What's up with it? This your boy Nuni, back with another reading. This is gonna be an all signs reading. We're gonna be asking the question, what's coming next? So these for me are basically just they're like very similar to whatever comes out, but usually it's just like what's about to happen soon, pretty much. Just without all the theatrics. So yo yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? I didn't know if I was gonna catch y'all at work. Hey 7K, hey Pentarina, hey Love Maya, hey Shay So Fancy, what's up Kimmy? Hey Lena, hey Michaela, hey Kirby. I like the way you spelled that, Kirby. I like that. That's clever. Mm-hmm. All right, so are we going forward or backwards? I think it's forward. I think it's forward. I'm not sure. You at work? Oh, okay. You're at work. Still watching. Appreciate you. Let's see. Is it? What's up, the Empress? Hey, shining bright. Let's see. Gemini was 2 hours, so now so we went backwards then. Okay, forward today. Forward today. Let's see. So we about to. Matter of fact, we can just get started right now. Right now. All right. So Aries. So I got about 2 hours to burn, y'all, before I gotta leave out. So like by like 2 o'clock, I should be done. Okay, so yeah, all you gotta do is listen. Y'all don't even have to say too much. I'm just gonna lock in. All right. So Aries, what's coming next? He's gonna take a nap, but you rather watch me. Hey, I'm doing a great job then. Thank you. All right, so taboo, something that you guys really desire, is coming next, or opportunity to feel empowered, where maybe at one time you felt confused, unsure what to do next. It's going to be an opportunity where you're going to get to explore that. Explore maybe, I would say maybe a fantasy, or explore something that you kind of wanted to make, let's say make up for yourself. So something you want to make up for yourself, or make, or like a, I don't know, a vision, fantasy, something that you imagine for yourself. You guys are about to live it out, or get an opportunity to live out something like it shortly. All right, so it's maybe possibly somebody else could be like, maybe you had like a sexual fantasy, then it's that, you know what I mean? Maybe you had, I got the like 9 swords, 3 of cups. Maybe you had like a romantic fantasy, or somebody else can even be like, like a thought of a friend, or somebody who you're close to, because we got Cancer, we got Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio. So this could be somebody who maybe makes you nervous, or somebody who you make nervous, becoming a little bit more friendly. So it may be kind of confusing to understand like what this person is on. All right, so this could be like a moment where you're feeling more empowered now, because this would normally be somebody who you guys would be like worried about how you appear to them. They don't have any real power or status with you. You actually at this point, you make this person look better. That might be the confusing part. You know what I mean? So there's some of y'all, somebody who didn't put the effort or time or the energy in to, like, they just maybe seen the connection as a conquer, or just seen maybe they were overasserted themselves in the relationship between y'all. Maybe they thought they had more power. Maybe they thought they had more impact in your life. This is somebody who now wants to fix it. So this may be somebody you guys have a hot, cold relationship with. But the Lilith could be the empowering part. The empowering part could be that now you have the authority. Now your thumb is on this person's neck. All right, so it could be an Aries, could be a Virgo, Leo, Aquarius. All right, so it's somebody who maybe you guys didn't get much of a reply back from, or just somebody who you had a potential stagnant relationship with. They're gonna be a lot more persistent with y'all too. So it could be a Sag. So it's somebody who hangs around y'all, because of the 6 of Swords in reverse. Somebody who hangs around y'all. Some of y'all, they come from a major city or something like that. They could be intimidated by you being around. So that what you may notice, because like it's supposed to be confusing behavior. So the confusing behavior, because we do got Aquarius energy, the confusing behavior It's supposed to be them either one pushing to have you guys do something together, and I mean pushing, like either pushing to have you guys go on a trip, pushing to come visit you guys or have you come visit them, pushing to do something for you, either be of service. They're going to be showing you that they're persistent shortly. Some of y'all are just going to be showing you that they're like maybe how strong they are or how devoted they are, how attracted they are to you. It's something along the lines of that with the Ten of Wands here. So it could be a Sag, could be a Capricorn, could be Aquarius, could be a Libra. Some of y'all is maybe somebody who at one time either broke y'all heart or like strung y'all along or dragged the connection or something along that lines. All right, maybe you didn't hear back from this person. Sometimes it could be like they took a while to reply back. It could be any of that. You're going to hear from this person soon. All right, and this may give you a sense of feeling empowered or a sense of feeling like in charge all of a sudden. So this could be an opportunity. Some of y'all could just be a business opportunity. Like somebody maybe presenting you with a opportunity to get over maybe a hardship or difficulty or some shit like that. Yeah, Six of Swords could be negotiating. Yeah, we got Nine of Pentacles, so you could be, some of y'all could be inheriting maybe a house, property, money, or something like that, because the Nine of Pentacles is here. This could include maybe like living more of a lavish lifestyle shortly. Maybe some of y'all could say in another city. So maybe you guys are going on a date then, because I did say that earlier with the Three of Cups. They may be trying to get you guys to go on a date or stay in another city or have like a sleepover or something like that. So which could be like maybe their city or another city, like maybe you guys get an Airbnb. It's somebody who you guys have a confusing connection with because the Neptune energy is there. It's like we have a deep feeling for each other, but maybe it's not really like fully expressed, or it hasn't been fully expressed outside of just passion because of love, you know what I mean? Or outside of like maybe having desires, but like not really fully expressing them. That's when they're going to start pursuing or pushing it forward. Some of y'all is because they're maybe hanging around your city. So maybe, or you're around their city. And then that's when they reach out like, yo, what's up? I'm out here too. And you guys could link up or meet up. Like they want to do something with y'all. I kind of feel like they want to work with y'all or have you depending on them or like be able to depend on you. Maybe they become like a friend that you guys kind of like hang around, but like they're also able to kind of do their own thing. So I kind of get it like being casual connection for some of y'all. I don't get it being like a long-term connection, but I get it being where you have a lot more empowerment in the connection where you don't feel like they're taking advantage or like things aren't really moving in the way that you would like them to. I feel like they're going to try to pick up wherever you guys left off at. So, I mean, this could just be for a temporary moment though, because we do have like a lot of minor arcana. I guess the major arcana could just be that maybe they're intimidated when they're around you. Like they don't feel like as empowered around you. That could just be noticeable, where you may notice that people are nervous around you. They don't really know how to socialize or communicate with you. They don't even know how to compose themselves around you. That might be just really what I'm describing is a moment where people don't even know how to like keep their desire to themselves. They may not even know how to do it without like giving you the signs, like subtle signs that like, ooh, you look good. You know what I mean? So that might be what it is. That might be what it is. I'm just explaining because like it's going to be confusing. So what I think and what I'm explaining is like people finding you to be attractive or desirable and not knowing how to build a trust or build intimacy with you and not knowing how to conquer you or not knowing how to pick up conversations with you. So like they do it in like awkward ways. So that's what you're going to notice. So like it should be confusing because awkward. You're like, what the fuck is this? Is not how this person been acting. And this is not what I'm used to people doing with me. So anyway, it could be done with a Sag, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Cancer, Leo. All right, so it may have been people who didn't really put a lot of effort or time or energy into the connection with y'all, just wanting to like pick up where y'all left off and like starting wanting to like work in again or build in again with you. All right, so Taurus. Let me see. You guys got a potential relationship coming. This could be a sexual connection, or again, it's gonna be one like Aries that like is empowering. So it could be one that you've always wanted to have, or this could be also a skill or ability that you guys have always wanted to use or exercise. What's up, D? Hey, Tracy Trace. How did I miss Tracy Trace? What are you doing, Tracy Trace? All right, so we got unexpected. You guys will be making a deal or coming to some type of compromise with somebody, or somebody's gonna be coming to a deal or compromise with y'all. It could be in a more romantic sense. If not, this could just be like you guys turn into this like a smooth person, like a very sociable, fun, entertaining person to be around. Like people just kind of like, if I'm really being honest, people just kind of like looking at you. You know what I mean? So like they just want to be around, hanging out. So you guys could be dating a lot more. like people may find similar interests to be around y'all shortly, unexpectedly too, because we got the comment here. So it's gonna be unexpected communication, messages. People interrupt you, like to flatter you. People interrupt you to flatter you, or people interrupt you to maybe like work deals or partnerships. So maybe they're trying to patronize you soon. So some of y'all, if you do like a creative work, a creative job, or if you're like a content creator, you maybe like do something that like uses your art to make money, you're gonna be getting like communication from people who want to spend on you or who want to buy. They're very fickle. These are people who are very fickle. So they only deal with certain people. So these may be people who keep dealing with you because they only deal with certain people. They don't trust everybody's food. They don't trust everybody's hairstylist. They don't trust everybody's, I don't know. They don't trust everybody is what I'm saying. But they'll feel like you're somebody with integrity. So you guys are about to have that coming our way. All right, so far we got Libra, we got Leo. What else? What else? What is? What's up, Naylee? I think you guys are about to have a lot more fun too. This may be a time where you guys are feeling really creative, really artsy, or that's what's coming next, unexpectedly too. So like out of nowhere, maybe you just want to start like designing, painting a wall at your house. Maybe you just all of a sudden want to like go on dates. Maybe you just want to be in love all of a sudden. All of a sudden, maybe there's a partner that's been there, and you just realize like, you know what? Let's just get together. It could be a friend too, because fifth house could be like somebody who's a friend. So you guys could just maybe become more sociable, where people want to be friends with you too. But it really has romantic implications. What we got here? It says people say your words are like poison, so you are careful with what you say. But if they don't want none, then they need not to start none. So this could just, okay, so maybe you guys are becoming a little bit more social, a little bit friendlier, easy to get along with, more negotiable. You know what I mean? Also, it just makes you more attractive too, because people could see relationships with you or doing things with you because you're pleasing. You know how to please other people. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It says your spiritual team is watching the haters watch you, so they are protecting you from it. So that might be why you guys are becoming a lot more pleasant with people. Or sometimes it can even be like you're giving people back what they give you. So that might be it too. So people may be unexpectedly being a lot more easier to get along with because they're like, well, if you're going to do me how I do you, then I guess I better be nice, huh? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Be nice. Don't be an asshole. Don't be rude. You know what I mean? So you may be giving people back what they give to you or treating people back how they treat to you. And unexpectedly, they're starting to like recognize the uncertainties and the abnormality in your behavior and now wanting to please you because that Libra energy is a people pleaser. So, and this is what's also getting you guys more romantic dates or more romantic options. You guys are, like I said, coming off really cool. The way that you talk, your demeanor comes off as really chill, like somebody who's approachable. So that's normally not a Taurus trait. You guys don't always give the most approachable vibes unless you guys are talking. Then we kind of like can talk to you guys. So maybe it's that. Maybe you're talking a little bit more, and that's what's making people want to like talk to you because they're kind of uncertain about like your romantic life. So I guess this was coming next. Is you guys having a little bit more dates or having a little bit more romance in your life, more entertainment at the very minimum. So if you were like always home, Five of Pentacles means you're meeting new people. All right, so these are people who've been around. Like I said, people who've been around, but maybe at one time you just weren't looking that pleasant. Maybe you had that RBF on. You know what I mean? So people are going to be wanting to get to know you shortly or wanting to be around you. Now, these could even be past people that you left behind because of the Five of Pentacles. They want to make amends if that's the case. You know what I mean? And it's unexpected too. So you may run into them unexpectedly. Maybe see them out because the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit, Five of Swords. Yeah, listen, ha! Let me tell you something though. This is what you needed now. So we got Five of Swords here. So based on what I was just telling you, they're going to be turning their head when they see you. So there's going to be somebody who's going to be questioning themselves about why they walked away from y'all. So it's basically like, you know how like when you see somebody that you haven't seen in a while, or somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, or somebody who's like, yeah, somebody you haven't seen in a while, whose presence that you haven't graced yourself with, you know what I mean? Like who hasn't had that like interaction with you in a while, because we even got the Four of Cups in reverse. So it's definitely going to be a past person or just people that you're familiar with, comfortable with at some time, at some point. Maybe the good times didn't last super long with them because the Five of Swords could be conflict. Sometimes it could be envy. It could be jealousy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it could be like a person that you were dealing with out of convenience, but really we didn't really get along that well. But like I was comfortable with this person. You know what I mean? So it's that. They're all of a sudden they're going to be trying to date y'all again. And they're going to try to talk things out with the Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. So they could be completely like, I don't know, considering why they want to walk away at this moment. So some of y'all, they may have walked away unexpectedly, but it don't really matter. The Four of Cups is here. They're going to try to come back again. And we got the World behind it and the Three of Swords in reverse. So it don't really matter what happens here. They're going to try to come back around. It's some of y'all because of some type of success or because of some type of exposure they see you getting. They can maybe see you getting a lot of attention. Like maybe you go into a room. Because Five of Swords for me is somebody who turns their head when they see you. Oh shit. You walk past, they're like, oh shit. Usually it's like a altercation or like a conversation that we have, and maybe you say something in a way that maybe in ponderance, I think about it like, damn, oh, okay, I see what you're saying, you know, and it kind of like stung me a little bit, but like it also makes me think or makes me look back to like what I did prior, you know what I mean? So they could be feeling guilt, shame in some sense. All right, if it's a past person, if this is a newer person, this is a newer person who's looking back at you like, God damn. So you may have seen this person around, or you may have like maybe felt overlooked by this person, or you could have overlooked these people, and now they're gonna be wanting to talk to y'all. So it's like getting in your path, getting in your line of vision soon, your line of sight soon. Gonna be trying. Some of y'all are gonna be trying to show you their body or show you some type of successes they have, which could usually just be like posting online, posting their car, posting their new hair, posting their gym gains, posting their whatever. You know what I mean? Or they could just like show you in general. Like maybe they kind of like maybe you over somebody's house and they show you that they got this new fancy machine or they got this new whatever. You know what I mean? It's that people want to make you comfortable soon. That's what you're gonna notice. People want to make you comfortable. What would you like? What would keep you around? That's it. What can I do for your convenience? That's what you're gonna see shortly. You know what I mean? So it may go first where it's like negative. So next it may be like where they're like doing a bunch of haggling, doing a bunch of like where it's issues getting on the same page at first. Like maybe the conversation, and it don't seem super bad because it's Libra energy. So I guess the conversation is just like maybe filling you out at first, seeing if you want to be bothered, seeing if you want company, and then wanting to talk things out because they're afraid of being left behind. People are afraid of being left behind by you for newer opportunities. They feel like you have a lot more exposure, a lot more opportunities to be seen or to become famous or to become well off or to like get your needs met or get what it is that you want. So I think that's what it is. Some of y'all, it's also because of your progress or your results they're seeing, and maybe your physical body, or it may just be like you seem like you're comfortable where you are in life now, whichever way that may be for you. Right? Maybe you got a car now. Maybe you seem a lot more like relaxed. Maybe you had to catch the bus everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like when people get a car all of a sudden, or when they get like stability in their life, or when they mature in a certain way, or end a certain pattern in their life, you come off different to everybody who once knew you. And you become noticeable to people who maybe didn't notice you before because now you're on a different resonance. So that's what you guys are coming into unexpectedly. One that just makes you a lot more pleasing to others, even if you're not trying to be, because you may be saying stuff that like gets under people's skin and like it's kind of harsh and critical, but like they like it because it's you. It's a Libra energy. You're pleasing still. So anyway, it could be done with a Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Libra. All right. So yeah, you may have some envy around you though because of that Five of Swords, but you ain't got to worry about it. You guys got good boundaries. That might be what it is. Like you're not having those same experiences because you guys may be having better boundaries now. You know what I mean? And treating yourself with higher revere or with higher, you know what I mean? You're treating yourself with like more respect. It's going to show from the outside. Like, so the experiences you're about to have don't resemble what they used to be. That's what I'm saying. Did I say this for y'all before? I think I said that for y'all before. Maybe there's a title with Taurus. Or maybe it was for Virgo. I don't know. I said something like that before. But yeah, it ain't like it used to be. That's what it is. All right, so Gemini. So what's coming next? Healing. Unexpected healing. So this could be communication, conversation that's healing. Somebody may say something that makes you feel good. Where you had you said, how long does this energy last? I don't know. Everybody have a different timetable. Sometimes it could just be like a transit for you. Like maybe it's just a moon transit. Maybe it's just a Mercury transit or something. Those are usually like a couple weeks. They're not that long. So sometimes it could be a couple weeks. Sometimes it could be a couple days. It's at least, I would at least say a day or two. You know what I mean? At the minimum, I usually associate it with just being a moon transit. So just count it as 2 days, 2.5 days tops. But it could be more than that. But like just consider it to be like 2 days tops. But also, whatever signs I just gave you, it's a pattern that's going to play out again. So, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it don't happen to you today, but it's a pattern that'll play out again. So, it's just about strengthening your intuition to kind of know what's the next step. Like, okay, I get that. I've seen this pattern play out. That's all these are. That's all astrology transits are. That's all tarot is. That's all chess is. That's all life is. Nothing new under the sun. It's just a pattern. And once you catch on to it, you kind of know where they're coming from and why it's happening, and then what to do to like counteract that or lessen the blow. You know what I mean? Like leaning in with the punch. It's the vibe. All right, so Gemini, what's coming next for y'all? Oh, and pile 2 last night I did that too. Okay, well I guess that's a common theme right now. What we got? What's coming next? All right, the sun. So it's gonna be a happy moment, or it's just gonna be your confidence being peaked. Yep, you guys are healing your confidence. So at the same time, I also want to say somebody may be trying to turn you guys down. Like, you know, maybe you're outshining somebody. You may be calling attention to somebody's insecurity. This could be somebody who's always been in position or always been in power. All right. So this may be somebody, for somebody else, maybe somebody who was used to you being a certain way because of the value system, which could be like maybe they're used to being in charge. Maybe they were used to being the leader. Maybe they were used to having their way. Your confidence could be peaked in a way where that insecurity about maybe this person's validation or approval is no longer like valid. Like you don't care anymore. Like I don't care. So this could be them trying to heal the connection between y'all, possibly, or it's just going to be an opportunity to heal something that you guys have suppressed for a long time. This could be around your materials, like maybe not feeling like you have enough, not feeling like you are enough. Sometimes it could be healing around your body, your appearance, your actual body. Like maybe you don't feel like you're slim enough, thick enough, tall enough, short enough, pretty enough, handsome enough, whatever. Sometimes it could be that. Sometimes like I wish I'd take care of my health more. I wish I had been doing this. You guys may be feeling inspired to like work on some of those insecurities, whatever they may be. So if it's in a Taurian way, then it could be around your physical body, but it could also be around your materials, the stuff that you find to be comfortable, like your house, like your car, like your couch, like the quality of clothes you wear. These things may be like no longer be an insecurity for you, where you may either get quality clothes or you may no longer equate your value to the material that you have on or to the material that you have around you. So one of those things is happening because you're going to have a sense of confidence that's not being attached to anything else. So that's why I say it could be the approval of somebody else, but it could also be like having material, the lack of it, or having an abundance of it and like appreciating it. So it could be in that light too, where like maybe at one time you guys never felt like you had enough. You guys could be counting your blessings shortly. All right, because you guys could be getting something expensive or being gifted something expensive soon. So, or being able to have a moment of pleasure, because I did say the sun earlier with like happiness is coming your way. So it says your hard work is opening up doors of opportunity for you to get more bread in your life. Don't steer off your path. So this is going to be confirmation. So the sun and the Chiron is giving you confirmation that maybe where you were feeling insecure or uncertain about yourself, your confidence is like, nah, I am going right. Because Taurus is somebody who stays on the path. That's one of the signs that will definitely stay on the path of wherever they've been going. They rarely ever get out that rut because they're a fixed sign too, but they rarely ever get out of a rut. So like this is about to be something that's going good for you and gradually and continually keep getting better. Because the ant rolling, it's just like, think about it as snowballing. So something about the snowball for some of y'all. This could be like your confidence starting to like peak faster gradually over time, like day by day. This could be your physical health day by day. This could be the money that you're saving day by day. This could be investments you're making. It's just steady product. I mean, steady progress or steady productivity. You could be getting that way, like being inspired each day by the results that you see or the progress that you feel that you're making. Because of that, you'll keep going. So it could be that too. So it's an insecurity. That's why I say you're calling on you're triggering other people's insecurity too, because you're being consistent with you, or you're being consistent on whatever path you're on. So what does it say? It says they tried to trap you, and what do they say? They tried to trap your energy and sent you evil eyes. So basically, we're just hoping on your downfall at some point. So some of y'all could be like coming back to life now, like having a lot more energy, a lot more vitality. It comes with passion. It comes with creativity and all that, but it's even more than that. It's like life, like your lifeblood, like a soul, like your soul, like being reborn, I guess. It's not being reborn. It's like just, I don't know, it's emanating from you. It's going to be happening soon, shortly. So like maybe at one time you guys were dimming yourselves down and maybe like not express the best traits, even your character flaws. These things are actually things that people find to be comforting or find to be something that they themselves would like to take on. So like maybe you have a propensity for always speaking your mind and saying uncomfortable things. People maybe like get rubbed in the wrong way or act like, oh, I wish you hadn't said it that way. But then in the end, they like it. You know what I mean? So this is something that you guys will probably start like exercising more of, because maybe it was an insecurity. Like I was afraid of saying this. I was afraid of being this way. I was afraid of expressing myself this way or being seen in this light. Like you guys are getting over like having to win the approval of other people. All right. So it's like not equating people, money, status, or whatever to your value at this point. All right. So you guys may have a lot more spiritual strength too. All right, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So there'll be some discrepancies over money. It'll be over your results and your progress shortly. That's what it'll be about. So, like I said, you make people feel disempowered, make them feel insecure because of like you staying the path, staying the course, doing what needs to be done. All right. You guys could be indulging in pleasure soon or buying stuff that you would like to buy. You have Three of Wands and the Strength in reverse. All right. So you may be having people around y'all who may be biting the hand that fed them at one point. Like maybe you inspired these people at one point or put them in a position where they could expand and grow. And maybe you put them ahead of you. I think that might be what it was. They were used to you maybe putting yourself behind them and allowing their dreams, their visions, their goals, their ambitions to like go forward. So maybe they had plans. Maybe you have say you got plans, or you have like things that you matter to you, and you maybe put them to the side for partners prior to that. It's not that way anymore right now. You know what I mean? So that's the vibe. Like maybe you guys are about to stop doing that because like you're gonna have a sense of leadership where you're taking like stock of what's important for you and then going after those things or involving yourself in those things. And it's going to be bringing you the results that you want. You know what I mean? So they're going to try to slow y'all down. Thank you so much, Soul Your Mind. Thank you so much. I didn't even know you was in the chat. Thank you. Piece of candy. Thank you. All right, but anyway, because we got the strength here too. You guys are about to learn an ability or a skill set that you've always had. You're going to hone in on it. So this could be a natural ability of charm, flair. This can be empowering others, empowering yourself. Like where at one time it used to be a blockage or it used to be a hindrance to you, like maybe a loving heart, being very compassionate to people. It was maybe, or like taking on other people's needs or seeing what other people need because the King of Cups here. This could have been slowing y'all down at some point, like always wanting to like invest in others, always wanting to carry others. Like even if, especially if you're a mother or a parent, you know how it is to like put your dreams to the side, put your ambitions, your desires, trips you want to take on, hobbies and interests you want to be involved in. And sometimes it can be like that when you're married or in a relationship. You guys aren't going to be doing it anymore. You guys are going to be doing what will make you happy. And it's going to get you some of the results that you want. It's going to create a sense of peace within you where you didn't have this before. And that's intimidating to other people or just making them feel insecure because maybe they feel like they don't have a place in your life after this. That's what it would be. People don't feel like they'll have a place in your life after this because you don't need them for like your value. You won't need them for, and this can put a strain on your relationships too. So like you have to learn to maybe be a little bit more, you don't have to learn anything, but the strength means that you are going to hone in on a skill that you naturally have, which can end up making people feel appreciated, valued, loved, cared for, you know what I mean? But in a way where it's healthy and it empowers them to do for themselves and not necessarily like depend on you for confidence, you know what I mean? Or depend on the status of the relationship for confidence. You may be learning this too, because if you struggle with like the status of a relationship, like, you know, basing your confidence on it or basing like whether you're worthy of love or XYZ in a relationship because of the partner that you're with or not with, or how it needs to be, then you guys are getting out of that pattern. Because it says you have altruistic and mediumship abilities that are starting to be discovered. So that could be the talent or ability that you guys are discovering, is the ability to intuitively know how to get what you desire from people without like standing on their neck or feeling like they're standing on yours. All right. So anyway, let me get some. This could be dealing with a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Leo, Taurus, Cancer. He said just being supportive in TikTok and it's helping build my community. That is too. You just boosting people's confidence. It definitely helps boost keep people around you because we identify you with somebody who makes us feel good. We like being around what makes us feel good. All right, so Cancer. All right, so y'all, today I had 108 people in a Virgo read. I was shocked as hell. I was like, I ain't never seen that many people in one reading for one sign. That was big for me. Okay. So, where did I put them at? Oh, right here. So, Cancer, what's coming your way next? All right, somebody is going to try to make up with y'all. Could be a Libra, or it could be a negotiation, talking, a healing, of an insecurity. What's up there, brown skin girl? What I know? I know what? What I know? All right, could be with a Cancer or somebody who you guys live with or somebody who you guys are comfortable with. People could be trying to, so somebody you guys may have tension with. So it could be somebody you guys are tired of like dealing with because of the square. But it's also maybe somebody who you guys want to come to a compliment. I mean, come to a compromise with. I just randomly clicked on here and you're live. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to see this live. You might as well sit in here and put your thumb on the like. Put your thumb on the like. Thank you in advance. All right, so this may be a connection where you guys are weighing the pros and cons about like expressing yourselves or talking it out. Could be with the Libra, could be with the Cancer so far as I got. Wait, I did these already. Oh, let's use these. All right. Maybe not. Because they're knocking shit over now. All right, let me see what else is coming. What's coming next? So there's a little bit of tension, stress with your ideas. So if you guys are like maybe trying to like fix a problem or deal with a situation, you guys may not be able to come up with any creative ideas or creative like ways just yet. So it's like kind of going back and forth with yourself about people that you're comfortable with or people who you like have around you or people that you allow in your space. So some of y'all are like detoxing too. If you don't detox, they could just be like maybe you're fasting or you're dieting or you're getting rid of stuff that doesn't work for y'all. Like maybe you guys are getting over crying over people who aren't interested in you guys or people who are, sometimes it can be like a fear of losing people. So maybe you guys are getting over that energy of losing people where like you want to be independent, but you also want to have a connection or you also want to have people around who you can trust, who you can love. Like you know how you want to have like intimacy, but also when you have people around you for too long or too close, you guys start to like rub each other the wrong way. So you guys may be learning how to either compromise with people or you guys are learning how to like let people go. That's what you guys are doing. So you guys are learning how to either not be so obsessed about people who don't want you or how not to be so obsessed and like addicted to like the reassurance of a partner or of a family or of like having people around you. So like you guys aren't going to need as much reassurance. That's what you guys are outgrowing. Square means you're outgrowing something. And because of the fourth house, you guys are outgrowing a familiar pattern, something that you like, basically how you were raised as a child. There were like some defaults there or some defects in there. So we have to heal those things. So we have to break those things up, which could just be like what I consider to be comfortable. Because sometimes these could be toxic. These could be things that triggered you into like being how you were and how you, like, let's say that you maybe weren't that social with people. This can come from family, from how you were as a child, because maybe they didn't socialize with you that much as a child. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't include you in situations as a child. Sometimes, like for me, example, as a child, I always felt not wanted because I was always passed around. I didn't really have security as a child. So that's why I'm telling you all these things. So things like this can happen for people where maybe you weren't really aware of it, but like you get into relationships or connections, friendships, anything that gets close, it feels like how I was raised. So like, I don't know that it's not love. For example, I used to have a lot of my family, when I used to be in the streets, family used to always steal from me. It was always them. So when people would steal from me, jack me, rob me, or do whatever, I never felt that it was like malicious because the people who were closest to me were doing it to me. That's the abuse. You get what I'm saying? Like when people have had sexual abuse, it's the same case where like, I didn't know that I was being abused because this has been happening since I was a child. So I didn't know that this was not the way to do it. You know what I mean? So this is what you guys are breaking. You're breaking a pattern of that. So it's like some self-reflection is going to be happening. It could just be when you're home by yourself. You know what I mean? Where maybe you feel like you need a partner, you feel like you need somebody, or you're going through that depressive state, wanting to kind of like revert back to what feels comfortable. That's where the square comes in. Cause like, you're going to keep having this like feeling of frustration or like this feeling of annoyance until you do something different. And the fourth house is a comfortable house. So you guys are breaking a comfortable pattern that you've been in, which could be around maybe addictions, could be around just bad habits. It could be around stalling and delaying. It could be around like not being interested in the things that you really want to be in, that you really want to be interested in or really want to take action on, but like obsessing about them, but not taking action. You know what I'm saying? So it's that. You're breaking out of that pattern. All right. So that's what's coming next. So just some time alone, you guys could be considering it. And it's like I said, some of y'all are making up with people or people are making up with y'all. Because I seen that Libra energy earlier with the mediator. So whoever you were having conflict with or having issues with, you guys could be making up. You guys could also be looking at, like I said, contemplating, looking at some of your toxic habits, or they're doing that. People around you will be doing that. Because square just means that we're going to come to a compromise where we may have had ego battles or power struggles. You know what I mean? And this could be with parents. This could be with family. This could be with friends. Just people who you feel comfortable with. That's all. You know what I mean? You guys as Cancers, you guys always like, you know, just want to be close to people and have people around who feel close to you. And sometimes you guys don't see them clearly, or don't see where you need to assert boundaries or be clear about expectations, or like, you know, just maybe have time to yourself. Maybe you guys have issues expressing that, because sometimes it feels like you take on more than what you need to take on. And that's what you guys are growing out of, feeling like you need to take on more than what you need to take on. You know what I mean? And recognizing what's people's stuff that they need to deal with, and what's the stuff that you need to deal with. You know what I mean? So the square can also be like a triggering energy. You know what I mean? Because it annoys you so bad. Think of it as like a scab that itches. It makes you like find creative ways to alleviate that stress. That's what a square would be in this moment. You know what I mean? So anyway, it says stay in the fight and stay determined. Your faith and hope together will help you, bring you closer to your chosen path of success. So thank you so much. Ooh, piece of candy. Thank you, Linus Kitty. All right, what else we got here? We got don't overthink, just go with the flow. Don't let someone manipulate you and make you feel insecure. They want you to stay caged in the shadows. So basically that's what it is. This is just family. This could be people who are used to seeing you a certain way. Maybe you are like a foundation to them. Maybe you are a sense of security, you are a sense of home. And you being a certain way, very similar to Taurus, was it? Very similar to Taurus, or maybe even Gemini. Very similar to Gemini, because you guys are right next to each other. Cousin signs. So maybe that's it. Like sometimes you can have great ideas, creative ideas or creative like insights that you want to take action on, but people could be, you know, maybe acting uninterested in it, and it could be for a reason, because they don't want you to outgrow the connection, because they're comfortable with you being a certain way. So sometimes if you come up with an idea to do something different, let's say change your lifestyle, change your hair, change your diet, change your emotional responses, you know what I mean? That triggers them. It's very similar to Gemini, where they try to keep you back in those negative habits. All right, because that's what it's saying. Don't overthink, just go with the flow. So we got the jellyfish. So you guys are learning how to literally go with the flow, how to allow life's current to take you where you need to be. And this is what's getting you guys better experiences. You guys could have been fighting against the tide, because the square is that. It's like, it's time to grow. It's time to do something different. But it's like, nah, I want it to be like it was, how it used to be when I was a child, or when I was younger, or when I had more pleasant memories of these type of experiences. I want it to be that. I don't want to have to grow. I don't want to have to do anything different. Hell no. So that's what's coming. A lot of stuff that's going to irritate you, piss you off, so that way you can grow and you can learn how to deal with it in a Okay, so anyway, so you can learn how to grow in a more I don't know, I would say a diplomatic way, in a more diplomatic way, but it's not that. But it's in a more of a way, in a more, I don't know. It's a way that's pleasing though, in a way that like helps you get what it is that you need or want from others. All right, anyway, let me see what else. So what's coming next? I guess it's going to be an experience or a situation shortly. So someone's sad over you guys, depressed. So this could be somebody you guys walked away from shortly, going to try to compromise with you guys. I said that earlier though, right? From the beginning, because that's the vibe I'm getting. And what else we got? Five of Swords. Yeah, they're going to want to talk it out. Could be Aquarius, could be a Libra, Taurus. Yep, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of Aquarius energy. So you guys are going to have to do something different, or they're going to be doing something different than what they normally do in terms of the relationship. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So some of y'all could be just walking away from a relationship, uninterested. Yeah, Four Cups, may not be taking the opportunities that be here. I think these people are bringing like to reality like what you do to create conflict, or what you do to like maybe create mixed signals, or what you do to like sometimes break your own heart. Because Five of Swords could be gaslighting, but it could also be gaslighting to our own selves. Because I'm looking at the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords, which would give it an Eight of Swords, which could be about your own negative thinking, the like patterns that you keep like repressing, or keep going over. So like you can keep running into the same situations, but it's because of the way that you think of the situation, or the way that you behave in the situation. Like say for instance, you always have abusive girlfriends, boyfriends, thieves that always are around you, or people who always treat you a certain way. It's because of the way that you're interacting with them and the way that you're seeing the situation. So sometimes you can come off as jittery. Like say if the police were to pull you over and you don't have anything wrong, but you're just acting nervous, you're sweating and you're jittery. In his mind or her mind, what would they think? They would think, hey, this person must have something going on that I need to investigate. You get what I mean? So you're like almost your own worst enemy at times. And this is what you guys are recognizing. And it's coming from programming that's happened as a child, or happened in some younger years, or happened with a more comfortable connection that you had at first that broke your trust. So you guys are learning how to build up trust again with people around you, and learning how to vet people out. So that's also something, you know what I mean? Because like you guys have anxiety from allowing maybe too many people around you, or It's stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Anxiety and lack of trust from too many people being around you, from interacting with too many people and not knowing how to assert yourself or speak up. All right, so anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer. All right, the Four Cups is here, which means that people feel like they missed out on y'all, so they're feeling inspired to start initiating and be vulnerable with y'all to try to get the connection back on point again. You know what I mean? Or try to get that closeness again, try to rebuild the trust. So they may be kind of like, you may notice that they're kind of like dodgy with you at first, because the Five of Swords could be like people who like, so maybe it may be something that you uncover about them in some way. You know what I mean? So some of y'all could be uncovering an addiction that somebody has or something like that. That might be what it is. I don't know. The addiction could just be to you, but it could be like, maybe they have like another addiction. All right. So Leo. So we will not need that. All right. So Leo, what's coming next? You say, yeah, he's definitely addicted to something. All right, let me see. What's coming next? Leo. We got tension. All right. So it's still an opportunity for growth. It's a square energy. Yeah, it's an opportunity to start over or for you guys to get to know somebody all over again. A possibility to like negotiate and come to a compromise. Or you guys could like separate and go your own ways. Hey, what's up there, Harley? So it could be an opportunity for y'all to either go your own ways. All right. So this may be somebody who you guys took a break from because we got square, or somebody who you guys have a lot of tension, power struggles with. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of y'all is maybe somebody you guys went to school with, or somebody you guys are like just getting to re-know again. There's an opportunity for that. And this time there's an opportunity to grow through the tension or through the frustration that both of y'all had. All right. These could also just be experiences in general with people like that, where now they're having to get to know you all over again. Like maybe people you've known before, but they have to get reacquainted to you again. You know what I mean? And this time they've had to experience the growth that you experienced, or they have to like get to know this grown version of you. And that's why I say some of y'all is all over again. Like you guys could be maturing. Squares are energy of the maturing. Think of them as like Saturnian energy. You have to grow. Like you're going to experience this again, and only the worst thing that could ever happen is that you don't try anything different. So it's going to be a connection where you guys are meant to try something different, or it's going to be experiences that you guys are going to get the chance to try again. You didn't handle them right the first time. Time to try again. You know, I know, Leo. I know, Kitty. I know. You guys are perfect. But this is an opportunity for you to do some self-reflection, look at where you can compromise. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe you're wrong. There's still an opportunity for you guys to meet up and like get on the same page. So if you know what I mean, if we're going to carry the pride in the situation, then that may be like something that is the square that you haven't learned to like work through just yet. You know what I mean? That the square means you have to do something different than what you normally would do. That's all I'm saying. So maybe you're good with like handling your pride and not letting it get in the way, or maybe you're like used to like trying new things. Maybe you had an issue with that, because some of y'all may have an issue with trying new things. All right, we got Wolf. It says you're a leader of the pack and leave no one behind. It's your way of life. Be watchful of who you break bread with. So it's maybe somebody who you guys once broke bread with at one time. You guys separated, or they went their own way. It says you will soon have bands in your account. The planet Jupiter is expanding your luck. So money's coming your way. And you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the Wolf now. So I feel like they want to get to know y'all again because they have money, or because you have money. Like the Wolf gives me like a hungry wolf now. And so it doesn't like, even though it's like you're a leader, it's like they may be like lurking on y'all. It says too much work and no play will make you want to rip people's face off. So get out, have fun, and don't attack anyone. So you're going to want to go out and have some fun. You're going to be making some money. So I guess that's what it is. I guess people are going to be looking at you guys as a lick. Or like, even if they want to get to know you again, they're going to be looking at you as like beneficial, or looking at you as somebody who will probably put them into a better position. I guess the issue is that these maybe people who are used to being leaders, or used to maybe like doing things on their own or doing things their way, because that could be the power struggles with the square. That could be the power struggles. And if it's not you, that's well, it says here that you're a leader, so I don't know. But if let's say that this is somebody who brings in abundance into your life, because it gives like a Jupiter type of energy. So let's say this is somebody who brings this type of abundance into your life, then you're having to get to know them again, where maybe at one time you knew them in a certain light. Now you guys have to know them in a different light. So it could even be that. All right, so it could just be that move. Let me see. There you go. Anyway, also you guys maybe finding that you guys have more willpower, and you guys are learning from your mistakes a lot faster. But also, in the midst of making mistakes, you guys don't even care about how you're appearing to others. So this could be like you're trying something new. Let's say you try a new hobby. Let's say that you're trying a new food restaurant out or a new place out. You're not taking other people's review for face value. You're not taking other people's judgment for face value. You're not letting it weigh in on your choices or decisions or the actions that you take. So this may be a new territory for some of y'all. That might just be what it is. Like if nobody new is coming in, this may be new territory for y'all, and you guys are expanding and growing and starting to feel like a lot more fun based or a lot more like looking at the world with a new eye, like a child, like the eyes of a child, like renewed, where like maybe you can be like looking at things with a beginner's mindset and not thinking that you know it all, or not feeling like you've experienced it all. You know what I mean? So that's also helping you guys get outside of that fixed energy of like, this is how it's always been, this is how it will always be, and taking it forever for you guys to change your mind or change behavior. You guys may be able to course direct real quick. All right, I did see the justice in reverse, and I've seen that 4 swords. So somebody who either did you wrong or somebody who didn't give you your just due has been contemplating on what they should say to open the conversation between y'all. So it could be a Pisces, Sag, a Libra. All right, so they could be wanting to make amends with you guys and start over. Yeah, we got the sun here. So regardless of what I'm saying, all this shit should be good news or good, like a good experience, because the sun always like illuminates whatever negativity you have been dealing with. You know what I mean? So let's say that also what's coming next is you guys not experiencing the same harshness, judgment, or the same, I don't know, just the same negativity that you would have experienced before because of like, I guess your image, or because you guys are doing stuff differently. So maybe you guys are coming off a little bit more playful, a little bit more sunnier, like your presence is becoming appreciated more. So maybe you don't like, maybe you're again, kind of like Gemini, is it Gemini or Cancer, where you guys are like not as like openly expressive, you know what I mean? So people are going to be expressing themselves a lot more. So maybe if you guys have held back from sharing like how you feel about stuff, maybe even if it was like creative, even if you were a songwriter, like think about how often Beyonce or how often Rihanna and them drop a track or drop a song or drop an album. And when they do, we go crazy. We be like, oh shit, they just dropped something. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. Like people we haven't heard from in a while, people we haven't seen in a while, when they bring their presence back around, we're happy. And this could even be a relationship that when you guys get back around each other, we're happy again, because we got the Knight of Cups here. They want you to play into a fantasy, or they're going to try to play into some type of fantasy that you want. So it could be a Sag, could be a Pisces, and we're going to get 2 cards out here so I can stop calling cards. We got Libra. So yeah, and we got Justice up right now. So they're going to be coming to make amends and try to make better of a situation between y'all. Ace of Wands. So it could be because they find you to be more attractive. Like some of y'all could have been slimmer, because I'm looking at the world. Yeah, some of y'all definitely lost weight because we got the world in reverse. Some of y'all definitely lost weight, or they ran across you again, or they saw you again, or you came down their timeline again, or something like that. There's like whoever you were having tension with, maybe they weren't initiating before, maybe they weren't super interested, pressed before. They're about to. Now they're gonna be wanting to play around. All right, with the world in reverse, they're gonna want to play. And then we got the 8 of Pentacles, and we got the 10 of Cups in reverse. So they want to rebuild the relationship between y'all. And they're not even going to care about how they're appearing or looking in public. They won't care about the judgment of others. They just want you back around. All right. So this could be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo. Some of those people that you guys used to work with. Maybe you guys used to get money, or used to like, you know, maybe like you guys were making steady progress together, building into the connection, putting time, energy into connection. They want to make up with y'all, and they want to have a good time with you at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum, they want it to be a good experience around y'all. So some of y'all, they're probably going to initiate travel or coming around or being, I don't know, being open to y'all. And some of y'all, I kind of feel that vibe. I don't know. It's a happy moment is what I will say. So you'll be happy about this experience with them. So they could be maybe taking you with them to do something, or involving you, bring you along for some type of success that they're having. So this could be somebody who's famous. Maybe they just kind of like, let's say for instance, you guys are like at a bar and a celebrity comes and they're like, hey, you want to be part of my entourage? It's just kind of like a random moment like that. Or you're getting like involved in a sense where you're just like going around and everybody are like celebrating your, well, I mean, it's your birthday. It could be that. It's your holiday. So it's Leo season. So it could just be that. But I guess what's coming next is like a bunch of experiences like that. Like multiple experiences coming back around that are pleasurable experiences that like you can enjoy yourself and have fun and like let your cool down, and nobody's judging you, and nobody's like, you know, nobody's criticizing you, and you know what I mean? Like, so it's like people want to get to know you again, or they want you around again. It's just that vibe. That's it. You get to monkey around and have fun. So that's a chance where you get to have fun. So some of y'all may be going to like different places. Maybe I'll just say some of y'all may be going to like islands or cities or states or just going to like locations that you really enjoyed yourself at. So I don't know. I guess you may just feel pulled all over the place in a way because the Ten of Cups are here. So it could be family or people you had a connection with at some point, wanting to rebuild, rekindle, reignite. That's it. All right, maybe a post that you, it could be a picture that you post that makes them come back because of the sun. The sun gives me a picture with the world. It could be online. Anyway, could be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Libra, Leo, Pisces, Sag. All right. He's been stalking your social media. I thought, wait, is this the same guy? This is the same guy. Kitty, is this the same guy? Like, how y'all ain't get like married together yet or do something? I can't go over that same pattern. You can't keep doing that. I'm like, I don't really need that. You gotta really dress it up. He must be really dressing it up. He must be a great salesman. Cause there's no other way that you keep getting caught up in the same, like, you know, the same bullshit. Cause I think that too. Like, there's no way that you can keep catching me with the same move unless you revamp it and make it look better the next time. You know what I mean? Oh, you like the attention? Yeah, true that. That was real of you. I like that. That was real of you. I like the attention. That was real. I like that. You see, Kitty? That's why I fuck with you. That's why I fucks with you. You just kept it real right there. You feel me? You can watch. You like that. You're like, I like that. Yeah. You feel me? And that's why I don't be playing that game with a lot of Leos. You better get my attention. I don't even care, girl. Bye. All right. So anyway, who we on? Virgo? Virgo. Let me see. Virgo. Y'all are funny. All right. So Virgo, what's coming next? All right. We got the moon. All right. So it's going to be something you're going to be comfortable with. We'll see what it is. What is it? All right. So you guys are going to be getting comfortable asserting yourself a lot more. You're going to be comfortable being a lot more aggressive too, or taking the lead in situations. All right. So like intuitively too, you guys are just going to know what to do next. In general, just like I know where I should take action. I know what I need to do for me. You're just gonna be doing what feels good to you. Like what makes you feel most comfortable, what makes you feel most secure with yourself, what boosts your confidence. This is an independent energy that's coming your way. So you may be inspiring other people to do the same for themselves, to make sure that they keep themselves safe, to create a place of like well-being or like I would say altar maybe, or something along the lines of that. All right. So it's becoming a lot more assertive and a lot more independent. Like emotionally, you won't need a lot of reassurance from others. So that's what's coming next. Not needing other people to confirm that maybe you're a go-getter, that you're ambitious, what steps you should take. Intuitively, you're going to know. I know where I need to be, where I need to go, what's next. And that's it. So you're going to be taking the lead of your life, taking charge. All right. So some of y'all could be like leaving your emotions behind, like not letting your emotions dictate where you go or what you do, or how you feel about situations. So this could just be like have willpower. You gotta have people want to connect with y'all shortly too. So it could be somebody who, I don't know, it's Cancer energy. So I always think of like nostalgia. So this could be somebody who you guys have been away from a while or been away from for a while. They probably miss y'all. So this could be somebody who you guys were isolated from. All right. Anyway, they're gonna be trying to connect with y'all. So they may be trying to express themselves a lot more or be a lot more vulnerable around you shortly. Could be an Aries, could be a Cancer. I don't know, they view this as an achievement to get you to open up. So whoever this is finds this to be like, they'll be happy just being able to have a back and forth with you, or they'll be happy just to know that you replied to them, or just be happy to know that you're comfortable speaking to them or something like that, or just be happy to know that when they took action, you were receptive. So this could be somebody who finds you to be attractive, or somebody who just wants to connect to you, but they just like, they'll be happy that like they followed their impulses to do so. And maybe you'll feel the same way too. Maybe you'll be happy that they reached out. You'll be happy that you guys connected. It'll be somebody who you're happy about though. That's what I would say. Or you'll feel good about, because I said that with the Cancer energy. It could be a Gemini. It could be a Capricorn. So this is somebody who you guys may find sexually attractive or desirable, or somebody who finds you in that light where you guys are able to have conversations. I've seen the Lovers and the Devil. So it's a soulmate bond. And if it's a past person, then it's somebody you guys may have had great sex with, or you guys had good sexual chemistry, or something along the lines of that, or this was like somebody. Yo, I don't know who it is. Somebody keep calling me. I don't know who it is. And it's not that important. I'm like 100% sure it's not important. Whoever it is. You know what I mean? Anyway, so this person considers like connecting with you as an achievement. All right. So some of y'all, it could just be sexual. It could just be sexual. You know what I mean? That might be what it is. Because the devil could sometimes be somebody who wants to possess you or wants to like have power over you, dominion over you. Some of y'all, somebody you guys let go of. Could be a Sag, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini. So somebody who wasn't really that persistent or wasn't really that devoted to building a relationship with you. All right, or it was somebody who didn't want to like make it seem like they were too pressed to get to know you. You know what I mean? So maybe they like, this could be somebody who like, I'm not gonna say love bombed you, but like came in very passionate at first. It can't be a girl calling. Sometimes I'll be thinking it's my lawyer maybe, but they should have just left me a message. And if it was that important, it's not that important. I can guarantee it wouldn't be that important. That today is the day that anything can happen. That ain't it. I'll call you back in a little bit anyway, so it don't matter. They don't close till 4. You know what I mean? Anyway, even if it was a girl calling, if I ignored you, don't call back. Don't call me back. You know what I mean? Anyway, I didn't just start Virgo. I've been doing it. All right, so you guys are outgrowing, again, a past version of yourself, too, because of this. Because we got 8 of Cups here and the 5 of Cups in reverse. So you guys are outgrowing or getting over a past version. Maybe, like I said, needing the reassurance of this person, or because maybe that's what it is. Because, like, you weren't being persistent. You weren't pushing the issue. You weren't maybe like, I don't know. Some of y'all, it was that you were pushing that because maybe they could have felt oppressed and then they disappeared. Maybe they felt like it was too much pressure. And then they, you know what I mean? Maybe you were being too aggressive, too assertive, too forthright with them and they left. But then somebody who also misses y'all or regrets walking away or regrets not putting in the effort, the energy in towards y'all. So it's that. So I kind of feel like somebody you guys haven't heard from in a while, or somebody who, like, I don't know, resurfaces here and there because of the Hermit, and 8 of Cups. Like they resurface every once in a while when they want some like reassurance or when they want some emotional like connection with you. So I get that. They're gonna try to connect with y'all soon after some time apart. But like I said, they don't want to come off as like they're too pressed. They don't want to come off as like they're too interested. So like if you haven't seen this person in a while, they've been wondering where you are, because they got the Hermit in reverse, and then the Hermit is like stalking. So they may have been like looking at your social media, and somebody who's wondering where you are, where like what you've been up to, or like where you're spending your time, your energy, your effort at. Like they kind of knew you as somebody to be persistent with them. So like if you're not being persistent with me, who are you being persistent with? Who are you building with? There's like that little grudge or little feeling of like resentment or sadness. Like, damn, well, who are you doing this with then? Because like I feel like a connection with you was an achievement. I felt like we were building something. That's what they thought. Even if they weren't really being as persistent with you, they thought that they were getting closer to y'all. Maybe because at one time they put in a lot of effort because of the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands can overwhelm you with the amount of effort that they bring in. But it's just not sustainable because eventually you get tired and doing all that work just becomes exhausting. You know what I mean? So like this could have been somebody who needs time to like maybe recompress, process their feelings, their emotions, and then they're going to come back again and be a lot more aggressive, a lot more assertive about trying to connect with y'all. Because some of y'all, they may feel like you guys didn't want to be bothered with them because of the 8 of Cups and that Hermit. So maybe somebody, yeah, they're going to try to be socialized. I got 3 of Cups. They're going to try to socialize with y'all. Try to get you guys to open up a lot more. Try to express more parts about themselves that they didn't before. So you may notice that people are being a lot more friendly and doing stuff to make you comfortable shortly. You know what I mean? Where if they haven't had you around in a while, or you haven't talked to them in a while, or they haven't seen you in a while, or you haven't like showed your presence with them in a while, or something like that. You haven't shared your presence. It's that energy. Like I said, they miss y'all, and having you around was an achievement that maybe they didn't carry the right way. Let's say that they didn't carry it the right way. All right. So anyway, let me give you signs. Could be an Aries, could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Sag, Gemini, Virgo, Cancer. All right. Yep. Okay. So Virgo. We're on Libra. All right. So Libra. Thank you all in advance for the likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did you hit the like? Hey, did y'all follow my other YouTube? I got another YouTube. It's a pick a card. I'll be loving pick a cards way more than I like the all signs. I just do the all signs because I just be doing them. I be nosy, you know what I mean? And sometimes you get different stuff out of the all signs than you do from pick a cards. But the pick a card is under Noonie Be Great. Noonie Be Great. That's it. Different content there too, and it's a different vibe. Noonie Be Great is the name of it. Different vibe there. Pick a card is totally different than all signs. Once you understand them, you're like, oh shit, it's like the potential are limitless. Yep, Noonie B.E. Great. Let me say that, Noonie B.E. Great. Thank you so much, V. I appreciate you. Or D, thank you for being there. All right, so Libra, what's coming your way? Okay, we got Aquarius energy, and we got 7th house. Okay, so a diplomatic approach or innovative way to have relationships, partnerships. Again, people could be treating you differently, all right? But in a way where they're reciprocating a lot more, being a lot more pleasant with y'all, being a lot more tolerant towards y'all, being a lot more friendly with y'all, all right? This could also just be you. Maybe you're just being that way. So it could be like, it's unusual in your relationship dynamic. So where people are bringing more of a diplomatic approach where like you be you, I could be me, but we could still be together. And we could do it your way, or we could do it like our own individual way, but like let's still come together, or let's still be around each other. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that you can probably figure it out, of course, because like with the Libra energy, that's negotiation, that's willing and dealing. So you could be making deals or negotiating with people soon, or talking up a relationship soon, and like talking about the terms of it shortly. All right, so this could be you guys maybe this could even be like a job then maybe, because I was thinking about it with Aquarius and the diplomat and the Libra energy, 7th house, because we partnerships, deals, negotiations, contracts. This could just be like compromising, joint endeavors, doing stuff with people that maybe not your usual type, becoming friends with people who won't be your usual type, becoming friendly in a way that's not your usual way. You know what I mean? Interacting with people in a way that's not your usual way. All those things that are happening here. And sometimes you can also be learning things about your relationships in hindsight, surely. So you may be recognizing like the way that people deal with you. Yeah, we got the Lovers here, we got the Chariot. So it's gonna be some type of deal. Some of y'all could be a job or like a career or a win in your reputation and public status. This may be a connection that you're with somebody who's very attractive, equally attractive, or somebody who you feel seen by, or somebody who you like to be seen by, or somebody who wants to be seen by you. It could be a business work partnership because I got the Chariot and I got the Lovers. So it could be a business work partnership, or it could be a romantic partnership that goes pretty far, moves pretty quickly. Could be with a Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So somebody who's attractive, but they may not be like your usual type of attractiveness, like whatever the case may be. All right. You guys will find them to be appealing, or you'll find them to be attractive. They'll like talking to you. You guys will instantly hit it off very quickly too. So remember I said Gemini, Cancer, because I may forget later on. All right, we got Cancer back out here, so I won't be able to forget that. All right, and then we got Virgo, Gemini. Okay, so I won't be able to forget that. And we got Taurus. All right, so we're good. So I won't have to forget none of those signs. And we got Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, all right, and Pisces. So somebody, okay, so you got a relationship. You got a relationship. You guys are about to be able to have it your way, like Burger King. You'll be able to have it where you'll be able to keep your sense of independence, but yet be able to depend on your partners. That's always a good thing, right? So like this could, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, because I said some of y'all it's gonna be an innovative way of having relationships because of that Aquarius energy, which can sometimes be like you have your own place, they have their own place, but yet we're still together. Or you know what I mean? Or like I don't know, it just can be deals and negotiations where you're still able to like benefit or use like people may want to use you for security because they feel comfortable with you. We got 4 cups, 5 of pentacles. You may be actually a sense of like comfort or a place of security, of like sanctuary, and people may be identifying you as that, like pleasant, somebody who's fair, somebody who's integrity, somebody who's just, somebody who also knows how to put themselves first, so that makes them feel secure about being around you because you're not a people pleaser, which would normally be a Libra trait. So maybe you guys are either, if you don't know this trait yet, if you haven't gotten into that trait yet, because I know everybody will say, I do put myself first. You'll know if you put yourself first, depends on your relationships. You know what I mean? Do people come and take from you without giving to you? That's how you'll know. Do they expect from you without reciprocation? That's how you'll know. Because otherwise, if they don't do that, then people know you to be somebody who always puts themselves first. At times, they would consider you to be selfish. So that's what you should be identified as in order for you to know that that's the pattern that you're in. For others of you, it's going to go in the other direction where you may be connecting with a partner who's needy and who kind of uses you for security. Maybe they want you to move in. They want to move in with you. It could be to save money. It could be that. Like, it could be out of like comfort or convenience, because we got 10 of cups, 4 cups. Could just be out of convenience. Like, this person maybe plays into a fantasy or the romantic. Either which way, any which way is going, people are about to play out the fantasy or the vision that you would like to have when it comes to relationships. Now, some of y'all is going to be non-traditional and a little bit like innovative, or a little bit like just different than societal views, which could be like maybe the woman makes more than the man, or maybe you have 2 boyfriends or 2 girlfriends or 2 husbands, or whatever the case may be. It could be anything, but it's going to be comfortable to you, where people may inconvenience themselves just to be around you. You know what I mean? So unusually people are being friendly. Like I said, sometimes they can like take the loss when it comes to finances. Like, maybe they spend more on the bill. Maybe they tip you more as a patronage. You know what I mean? Maybe they sacrifice their security, their happiness, their comfortability for you. That's what's about to happen shortly. So this could be like people let you move in with them and, you know, take on some of your responsibilities or your burdens. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they don't move in with you. Maybe you move in with them and they take on some of your responsibilities and their burdens. They tend to you. But it's an intent to try to get you to need them, because that's what people want. People want you to need them, to have, like, I guess, to equate them as like valuable, useful, encouraging. They want to encourage that. They want to encourage some type of connection between y'all. So they're going to try to be maybe a little bit more receptive, maybe try to even spend time in your space a lot more, maybe want to do stuff with you, work with you. You could apply it to Libra Mars, any Libra placement. You're going to notice that. There's a Libra placement. So you're going to notice that they want to do stuff with you. So people are going to try to be a lot more appealing to you, appeal to you, to your authenticity, or to your individuality, you per se. So like, these are people who are tailoring deals, negotiations, relationships to you. Normally they will run their relationship this way, but with you, this is how I'm going to run it with you, in a different way, a different approach. Like, I normally have these type of expectations with my partners, but with you, I'm going to like treat it this way, because I really want you to depend on me, and I kind of feel like you don't need me. So that's where you'll know. So like, if you're in that energy where you don't need a partner, then this is the dynamic you're getting. If you need a partner, you guys are about to get a partner, and it's going to be a partner who's probably in need too, which is good, because you guys will be balancing each other out. And, you know, it's going to make you uncomfortable at times, but it's okay, because it'll give you the relationship that you want. 10 of Cups is here, which means that you will be able to build yourself up with the Queen of Pentacles. And this may be a partner who puts you first. You know what I mean? Like, so if you need a partner, this may be a partner. Well, it may be a partner that you put first if you need a partner. But in the reverse, if you don't need a partner, it's going to be a partner who puts you first, because you don't need one. Because the goal and the intention is to make sure that you need me. So that way you'll start putting me first. Because it's a Libra energy. It's just trying to balance it out. So if you don't need me, then I need to show up and be useful, be resourceful, show you I can help you, show you I have value, blah, blah, blah. And then after you see that I have value, then I can get you to like start showing me that you have value, and go along with some of my value systems, some of my belief systems, and play into some of my fantasies. It's a back and forth type of energy. So you're going to get what you want first, and then they're going to get what they want on the back end. All right, so that's what's coming next. All right, so the only way the relationship will end is if you don't give them what they gave you on the back end. You get what I mean? So this can even be like deals and negotiations. So say you don't live up to the product, you don't sell the product, you don't send the product, you don't ship the product, or something like that. You don't fulfill your sense of the bargain. That's the only way it can go wrong. So everything else goes well. As long as you keep up with your portion, that's it. This could be like even getting a new house, new car, new something, taking over the title of something. As long as you keep up with your portion of the deal or the negotiation, things go well. That's it. So as long as you got integrity, should be good. So some of y'all are about to acquire some money or acquire some type of like financial blessing or financial opportunity. All right. So anyway, let me give you, you guys could also be invited to a party, get together soon. You guys could be doing a lot of that and attracting a very attractive partner if you guys are single. I mean, but even if you're in a relationship, I guess you're just attracted. It can happen, because there is you guys could be attracting somebody who may have a partner. Or you're attracting somebody who just maybe sees you as a trophy, or sees you as like success. Maybe somebody that you find to be very attractive. They could be tall, dark, and handsome, or just a very attractive, desirable person. It's maybe a secret affair that some of y'all may be having with the moon and the 10 of Cups and the Page of Wands in reverse. This could be a little sneaky link that some of y'all are having. Could be meeting up with somebody, or they could be meeting up with y'all. It could be somebody you're already comfortable with, though, with the 4 of Cups. If not, you guys will be instantly comfortable. You may notice that people are unusually friendly, unusually flirty, unusually comfortable around you. You know what I mean? Even if you don't know them, they're just unusually comfortable around you, talking to you, hanging around you, wanting to spend time with you, treating you like family. So they could be buying you stuff. And this is all just to kind of like keep you around. You'll notice this. All right, so anyway, could be Aquarius, could be a Libra, could be a Cancer, could be a Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer, Virgo, Pisces, Sag, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, I was about to say, that was all the signs? It was close, though. It was close, but it wasn't. It was just off by one. But it might as well have been all signs, so it don't even matter. All right, Scorpio. Oh, that's what I need. My lips a little dry. My lips a little dry. All right. Scorpio, what's coming our way next? Okay. Opportunity to express a part of yourself that you haven't expressed before, a side of yourself you didn't even know that you had, but it's a side that's going to catch people off guard. Yep, you got 8th house, so it's a transformative situation coming your way. This could be a connection. This could be like you guys, yeah, it could be with somebody who's has status, could be with somebody who's in the public eye. So you guys could be in either a taboo connection, or you guys could be in a relationship that like is very good for your public image shortly. Could be with a Capricorn, could be with a Scorpio, could be with an Aquarius. All right, so this is a connection that may be very life-changing as well, though. So it isn't just like a run-of-the-mill. This is somebody who's going to be impactful in your life or impactful in your image and how people identify you. You know what I mean? So there's maybe somebody who has a lot of allure to them or has a lot of, like, I don't know, some type of influence with them coming your way. Now, this could just be you guys maybe attracting this type of energy, but I think you're attracting these type of people coming your way. So the type of connections you're about to have are people with status, people who have a public image or reputation that they want to uphold. It could even be maybe some like notorious, like, you know, or like they maybe even have like negative connotations to them, but it don't matter. These are people whose influence you can use. That's for sure. All right. So these maybe upper echelon type of people who have like, they're into like elitism or like in a select group where not everybody can be their friend. Not everybody gets to interact with them. People don't even have their number. Like, you know what I mean? Like imagine you got Donald Trump's number on speed dial. Imagine you got Drake's number on speed dial, Adele's number on speed dial. Imagine, you know what I mean, having Barack Obama's, you know what I mean, or your prime minister or whoever on speed dial. Like you got access to this person. You're about to have access shortly to higher level, higher quality people. And it's because of the attachment that you're about to have with somebody, whether it's just in career or you're about to have like higher aspirations because of whoever you're about to connect with. All right, so it could be a career in general that's doing that. That's giving you the affluence and the influence. Like you may encounter big wig, famous people because of that. So maybe that's it. Like you guys could be transforming your life into something like that. All right, where you're changing. It's a big change that's going on when the 8th house goes up. So it's like how I used to identify in the world is changing because you're about to go into the 9th house, which gives you a new philosophy or a new way of being or a new way of experiencing the world. So that's what these people are coming into your life to do, to elevate you. All right, so these are people who are not really who are rarely seen around. We got the moon and the hermit. These are people who are very hard to run into, very rare. All right, maybe even a little socially awkward because they don't identify with peasants, is what I want to say. They don't identify with peasants. They don't identify with like the negativity or like they don't identify with like certain types of people. They only deal with upper echelon people, higher quality, higher patrons, and stuff like that. Like they only kind of like are seen around these type of people. You know what I mean? Or they only identify themselves as those type of people. That's what you're about to do. Identify yourself with these type of people because that's the crowd that you're about to be running in. So they could be kind of like hobsnobbish, you know what I mean? Like they always got their nose in the air in a way, or they just don't like people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't like people. They're not fond of people, but they like you. You could be around. So we got the moon here. So some of y'all, these could be like romantic, but these could also just be like people who just kind of like are just around you and they want to see you do better, and you may be confused about why. Because you don't like anybody else, so why do you like me? Why would you want to help me out? Why would you want to be around me? And it's basically saying that you're the same type of person. It's the moon. There are things about yourself that you haven't seen with the hermit. There are things about yourself that you need to learn. There are deeper questions that you need to ask yourself about why are you attracting these opportunities? Why are these type of people attracted to you? Or why you're getting this level of advancement? Think about it. Why do you think you can do that? You had the same influence, so maybe you didn't recognize this. You know what I mean? They're viewing you in that same light. The moon here can be obscurity. So it could be like they want to get to know you on a deeper level too, and maybe make you be part of, like I said, the upper echelon or like a select group of people. You're going to be in like a higher group of people. You know what I mean? So this could be like maybe you're in charge of them, or you're just being inducted into this, or like a hall of fame. Because I know that your reputation is about to go up. Like people who didn't know you before or who weren't aware of you before are about to know you. You may become a household name or become a name or become somebody, maybe in your career, or become somebody in the public where people identify you as being this person, somebody who's impactful, like has a lot of influence, has a lot of like pull. You know what I mean? So it could be secretive. Like maybe you guys are pulling strings or dealing with people who pull strings behind the scenes. So you guys could be like, encountering these type of people shortly. So I got Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio. I got Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, Cancer, Libra, Taurus. You guys are coming into a relationship. Somebody that's gonna be a past partner. You guys may be doing this in secret. You know what I mean? Or this could be like a partner that or a person who's been lingering around for a while. They secretly admired y'all because of the moon and the 8 of Cups. It's somebody who feels like you guys have unfinished business. And unfinished business could be like maybe you guys once had a conversation that didn't go anywhere. Or one time they were like in your presence, but we didn't really connect. We didn't get around each other and say anything. I kind of was like standoff because it's somebody who doesn't like people. So maybe at that one time, they just weren't really open to the energy, or they just really weren't receptive, or they just really weren't feeling like connecting. Because the 8 of Cups can sometimes be somebody who's in that, maybe they were waiting on somebody else to come back, or they were leaving the door open for another connection. You know what I mean? But anyway, looks like they're going to reveal their intentions towards y'all now. Like, so if it was like a ghosting situation, or just a situation that was just really vague and hard to express, they're going to be coming back. All right. I guess they're not going to really tell you what's going on, but I guess the relationship between y'all is going to get a lot more deeper. Like, this is somebody who's used to having superficial connections. They're not used to having to dive deep and express vulnerabilities. They're not used to having to, like, for real, it's probably somebody who's just really popular, attractive, or very like powerful. So they don't really ever have to like conform to people, or they don't really have to like get to know people on a certain level. They just kind of show up. And because they showed up, people are like, oh shit, you're here. I'm so happy. So you guys could be doing like a joint venture with somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're powerful in that light, or they have this influence in that light that when people see y'all together, they associate you with being that like level. Even if you're already on a higher level, it's somebody who's probably in a higher level. You know what I mean? There's always a bigger dog. So it's something like that. It's maybe a bigger dog that you guys are encountering, or, you know what I mean, who has a little bit more influence, a little bit more status than you, and is like found you or discovered you and has admired you for a little while, but just never really made a move. They're gonna be trying to propose a relationship between y'all. It could be in a secret at first, because maybe they don't want everybody to know that you guys deal with each other, because it's maybe somebody who can't just be seen just being with anybody. You know what I mean? Because like their status is important. So it's maybe how they make their money, or this may be like part of their influence. I got Queen of Cups here in reverse. So it's somebody who wants a relationship, but for just emotional intimacy. They want a connection just for emotional intimacy. So even if it's a past partner, they want you back around just because they miss you. They miss the intimacy. They miss the trust that was in the connection. And they may regret betraying you, or they may regret creating difficulty, complexity in the relationship. And I can attest to it if it's an Aquarius or a Capricorn, because they're difficult. Cancers too, they can be very difficult, but like, it don't matter. This could be it could be a job. Like maybe you could be presented a job, or a job could be now like wanting to message you back. But it's only after they've seen that now you've gotten out of like a hardship or a hard period, and now they're like, well, I would love to have you back because your status or your influence or the experiences that you have now would make my company better, would make my business better, would make me look better. So it's that even if there's a past partner coming back, they assume that the like being seen with you would make them look better, because your status is probably going up. So if you're not connecting with somebody who has higher status than you, your status is going up, and then past people are coming back who ghosted you and try to reconnect and create a relationship with y'all because they feel like there's unfinished business. What they miss is you being around during difficult, hard times, hard periods, being able to rely on you, being able to connect to you. Could be a Gemini, could be a Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Cancer. These are people you probably were fond of in the past because they 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups. But maybe the connection could have got vague, or it could have just, I don't know, maybe y'all got your distance from each other, or anything. You've grown apart over time. It could be any of that. You know what I mean? But anyway, they'll be coming back to express maybe like, I don't know. I'm not going to say depth, but it could be sometimes with the 2 of Cups, it could be a heartfelt expression. So it could be a heartfelt, like, maybe apology, or a heartfelt, I don't know, conversation that they want to have with you, a heart to heart they want to have with you. But most of y'all, it's because you have status. Like, I want to have the relationship with you because you have connections that maybe I don't have. You have status that I don't have. You have visibility that I don't have. It's that. You guys can be doing that. It's something that you mutually can get from the connection. That's what I will say. There's something you mutually can get from the connection. They just maybe weren't making it clear at first. All right. So anyway, let me get signs. I gave you signs. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. All right. So anyway, we're going to Sag. Who is that? What's up, love, Aquarius? All right, Saggy, what's coming next? All right. Somebody could be trying to damage your reputation, or you guys could be outgrowing an old reputation that you once had. So you could be outgrowing your old image, your old public image, how you used to identify. Well, how people used to identify you. So let's say she used to be a street guy, street girl, maybe you used to be a dancer. What if you was a prostitute at one time? What if you used to be a drug dealer? What if you used to be just a working 9 to 5 and now you're an entrepreneur? What if you used to be fat, now you're slim? What if you used to be young and then you get older? It's like that. Like now you're being put out there in a different light. You're having to outgrow an old image of yourself. That's what's coming next. So this could be interactions that either create tension because you're not like living up to the moment, or these are opportunities that create opportunity for you to like have a realization like, oh shit, I'm in a different tax bracket. I'm in a different status now. Yeah, 11th house. These are going to be people who want to help you up. So the interactions you're dealing with are going to be people who are higher up. Even if this is romantic, the partners you're about to date are higher up. So this may make you uncomfortable because that's what that's what the square is. It's uncomfortability because I've never done this before. I never had to grow in this way in order to be able to get what I desired. So you have to do something totally different. So this could be like dating a millionaire, a billionaire, a songstress, or somebody who's famous, or somebody who has status, clout, somebody who's very attractive. If you're not used to dating very attractive partners or very popular people, or not used to dating people who are wealthy, you don't know how to interact with them. You don't know how to communicate with them. You don't know how to like find the healthy battle or the healthy medium. Because sometimes if you're used to dating people who you're usually more attractive than, when you find somebody who's you view to be attractive, normally they're more attractive than you. So they're used to being treated in the light that you're used to being treated. You get what I'm saying? So that might be the need to like compromise or bring a more diplomatic approach, because you may be dealing with somebody who's used to being attractive too, on the same level, or used to being popular too, or used to being in a status position too. So they may be used to people coming to them asking for opportunities, or they may be used to people approaching them. Case in point, if it's a woman, because we got Aquarius energy, if you're a woman, you may be dealing with men who are used to being attracted, being approached by women. So that could be your conflict, where like you're not getting the options you want because the attractive men you like are used to getting women. So you have to do something different. And it could be the same thing with the women that you like if you're a man. The women or the people that you're interested in, or the friends that you want to be friends with, or the people that you want to work with are used to people like coming to them. They're used to them. You're used to them reaching out for the opportunity. Maybe you're not reaching out, but anyway, it looks like they're going to reach out to you. So there's that. But I guess there's still a need for you to be able to compromise and let's say tone down your ego. All right, find a more diplomatic approach to friendships, to romance, to dating, because you guys are about to have a bunch of opportunities to do so if you want to. All right, you may have to take a different approach though. So if you're not willing to like compromise and look and like allow sometimes other people to take lead, or allow other people to get what they want in the relationship, you're gonna have conflict, and you're gonna have issues, and you're gonna keep repeating the same pattern, and you're gonna continue to keep being annoyed and continue to keep being frustrated, because the square means that the only thing that you can do wrong is to not do nothing different at all. So you're gonna have to do something different whenever these interactions happen. So this could be somebody else could be getting a lot of followers or getting a lot of friends, having a lot more social interactions. So you may become a little bit more friendly, and you may be also becoming a little bit more flirtatious, or you're noticing that people are being that way, where they're just being very flirtatious with you, being a little bit more friendly with you, unusually cordial, unusually flattering, unusually talkative, shit like that. You may notice that. All right. You may be having more of a community outlook or more of a community-based mind around people. So like the people that you keep around you, everybody's like a one for all for one type of energy. All right. So, and this could even be in romance. You may be dating partners who are like one for all for one. So like what's good for the goose is good for the gander, but we're all having fun. As long as we're all happy, we can do this. So this seems to be like the friendship that you guys are having. It's like whatever, as long as we're all happy, we're into it. Yeah, we got 3 of Pentacles here on the deck when I split the deck. When I shuffled up. So 3 of Pentacles is there. So could be done with the Capricorn, could be done with the Aries, Scorpio. Yeah, we got 5 of Wands. So you guys will be having peaceful resolutions, or people wanting to clear the air or negotiate with y'all. Finding more peaceful ways to express themselves. This could be like you could be finding more creative ways to express aggression, anger, frustration. You could be getting into a hobby, passion soon, or connecting with people, a lot of people on a similar interest, whatever that may be. It could be like maybe you make a post about something that pissed you off on your social media, and you get a bunch of followers because of it. A lot of people like it. A lot of hearts, a lot of comments. I get that vibe happening. A lot of hearts, a lot of comments. A lot of people wanting to share. You know what I mean? A lot of people wanting to do stuff with you, wanting to be friends with you, reaching out to y'all. Five of Wands is here. So this could be normally people who would normally compete with you or view you as competition, wanting to be a lot more friendly around y'all, or wanting to be a lot more social towards y'all. They want to put the beef down. I don't want the drama between us anymore. All right, I want to get on the same page. So some of y'all are going to try to reopen the conversation between y'all, reopen the lines of communication. And some of y'all is because they want to work with y'all. Because that 11th house is about networking. So this could be a networking opportunity that also could have romantic implications. It's somebody who you guys are familiar with, and it could be somebody who you guys are angry with, or somebody who you guys would felt like were competing with you, or somebody who you guys may have felt like wasn't really fond of you. Because I got 6 of Cups in reverse and the 5 of Wands in reverse. So it could be somebody who you guys maybe have conflict about reconciling or coming back around or having them back around because of the past that you had. It may not have been a fond situation between y'all. So it's maybe like you guys are dating past people, or you're running into encounters that like resemble something that you've already done before. Like, so this could be like some of y'all are even going to like sporting events. All right, so I guess they're going to try to change the dynamic between y'all or turn the tides. So people could be angry about your confidence now, or about the people that you're able to connect with. You may be having more of a social life now, more of a romantic life. Maybe you didn't have that before, because we got the Queen of Wands here in reverse, and so in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So there could be a anger or frustration about you guys, maybe like not interacting with people the same way that you used to. Like, oh, you've gotten cocky. Oh, you've gotten arrogant. Oh, you don't try to like. So you may feel this way about partners, or people may feel this way about you. You know what I mean? So they could be bringing up insecurities of like, oh, you're acting brand new, or you're acting different. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like people want to reach out to you because of that, though, because you guys have changed. What they call it, you turn the tide in the relationship. So if you stop interacting with people, if you stop praising people, giving your admiration to people like so freely, if you stop flattering people so freely, if you stop interacting or giving your attention to people so freely, you know what I mean, or like allowing people to be around you so freely, they're gonna be wanting to reach out to y'all soon in a more like romantic, charming, flattering way. So they're gonna want to be playful. They're gonna want to hang out. They're gonna want to invite you into their social circle. You know what I mean? So like, I guess they're trying to like reframe the story that you guys had between each other, or the way you guys ended. They're gonna try to bring it back, but in a more pleasant light. Yeah, we got Justice here. They're gonna try to bring it back, but in a more pleasant light. So I guess they're gonna try to make amends, or I guess they want to repair their reputation with you. Most of y'all, they want to be seen with you for the attention or the validation of having you. So you may be having a lot of interactions with people who are daters, romancers, but really they seem like they may be also just like one night stands. Like these may be like interactions you would want to have, but they may not go that far. But they do help you get up, you get your romantic life, help you have more fun, you go on more dates. You know what I mean? You have more like, I don't know, exposure to like experiences you wouldn't have had. You get outside the house if you guys want to do that. If you don't want to get outside the house, then you know, 6 of Cups means that you guys are getting out of a certain romantic pattern. What's in reverse? You're getting outside of a certain romantic pattern that wasn't really beneficial or conducive to you, to like who you are. You know, so it weighs on your confidence because maybe the people you were dealing with, they weren't turning out in the way that you would have wanted them to turn out. So you guys are breaking that pattern to deal with partners who are actually higher level, because you were dealing with people who weren't on your level. You know what I mean? And they knew it, and they didn't really know how to interact with you or how to deal with you. So those power struggles that happened with the 5, with that square earlier, those power struggles you have are because people want to either maybe want to humble you or make you feel like they're in a better position than what they are. Because maybe those people, let's say for instance, maybe those people were used to being treated a certain way, maybe for like who they were or how they were. You know what I mean? So you could be having those power struggles with those people because maybe at one point they thought they had something over you that they didn't. You know what I mean? Because Aquarius energy could be that, or 11th house could be that. People who have more status or influence over you, but they give back. But sometimes with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, it could be mishandled at times, or they could have misused it, got overly arrogant, too cocky, too self-assured. You know what I mean? So that could be it. But anyway, I feel like you guys are outgrowing that dynamic, not having that happen to y'all anymore, not having people pick over you, or not having people leave you behind, or not having people like not be so fond of you when you interact with them. Like they're actually gonna be more thrilled that you're interacting with them, or that you've come back around. You know what I mean? I'm so happy to have heard from you. I'm so happy that I missed you. Like people miss y'all. With the 6 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Wands, people don't want that same conflict that they want with y'all anymore. They don't want to have the same power struggles anymore. I like to, you know what I mean, meet up with you again. I like to work with you. I like to like negotiate or find some type of peaceful resolution between the both of us. I don't have the same beef with you anymore. I don't have the same issues anymore. I'm not mad anymore. It's even that. It's that type of energy. I'm not mad anymore. It's just like they just miss you. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make up with y'all shortly, all right? Or trying to find a peaceful way to resolve it. You know what I mean? Maybe give back to you what they did to what you did for them. So maybe do for you what you did for them. That might be it too. All right, so this could be like money, unexpected money coming your way with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 6 of Cups, and the 11th house kind of give me like a money, like maybe at one time you gave money to people and they didn't pay you back. It could be even that, like coming back, like maybe you didn't have a fond memory, like maybe you helped somebody out of a hard situation. You helped them out in a time where they didn't know what to do or where they were going to go, and you just like, you know, maybe you gave them either a helping word or you gave them a helping hand, gave them some money and they ran off, and you didn't hear from them for a while, and maybe the last memories y'all had is of an argument or disagreement, and them not like making up for it. You know what I'm saying? And it could be decades, it could be months away, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden they come back like, yo, I know I did you wrong. Sometimes it could be like they over compensate just to kind of like want to get back close to you again, because it's the 5 of Wands in reverse, so that's a negotiation. But I don't want you to be mad at me anymore. I miss the presence. I miss how you used to like hype me up. I miss just your energy of being around me, because that's what it was. All right. So you guys will be dating a lot more. And even if these are newer people, these are people you haven't interacted with before or gotten to know too closely. You've probably seen them around, but just haven't gotten to know them before. You didn't catch their attention or they didn't catch your attention before. They're going to be acting out soon to catch your attention and to be around you, because we got the moon here, which means a new love is blossoming. An emotional connection is blossoming. All right. So could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, and I said Libra. All right. So Capricorn. Oh, excuse me. It's gonna be a partnership for y'all for sure. Or a deal negotiation. It's gonna be a partnership. You guys could be having a lot more socializing too. People being, again, like Libra, unusually friendly with y'all. I'm looking at the 11th house when I split the deck, so we're gonna see. Even when I shuffled it, that 11th house was on the bottom of the deck. What we got? All right, you guys got communication coming soon. Could be from a Virgo, Gemini. Could be somebody you guys are having conflict with. So it's somebody who wants to talk things out after some reflection. There's maybe somebody who does a lot of researching or does a lot of like, I don't know, they remember a lot of stuff. So whoever this is has memory. Maybe they have terrible memory, but it's maybe somebody who sometimes can make up a story. That might be what it is. But anyway, this is somebody who's wanting to check your mentality or wanting to check where you are at this time, like how you feel about them. So this may be somebody checking the temperature. With the Virgo, Gemini energy, this could be somebody who's nosy, looking for information, scanning, you know what I mean? So this could be in general, like if it's not one person, this could be people scanning, looking at your, looking at comments, social media, looking at whatever you're doing, just observing you. You may notice that a lot more people are watching you, observing you guys. All right, so these could be people who also want to like, who maybe have conflict with you guys. Because squares sometimes be people who don't like the way you do things. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Or these are people who have conflict like communicating with you, or you have issues talking to. Could be a Capricorn, could be Aquarius, could be a Gemini, Virgo, Gemini. So it's people who you keep going over the same issue with. They're looking to take a risk with y'all soon. All right, and talk things out. They want to have an uncomfortable conversation with you. So somebody's gonna be, like I said, they're gonna feel you out. So they're gonna take a random ass risk to reach out and try to hold a conversation with y'all. All right. And it could be one that's like a little uncomfortable because maybe you haven't heard from this person because it's square. Maybe you guys are broken up. Or maybe you guys just like, it's been a difficulty just understanding them too, because I kind of get like a foreign vibe. So it can be that. Like maybe the tune, the way they talk could be under like confusing or something like that. They've experienced complications in a way, or they're, I mean, I don't know. This could be like somebody who wants to take it, like they're surveying the area. So maybe somebody wants to come back, but they're surveying the area. I got the devil here. Some of y'all just want sex. Or they're just feeling like you're no longer like stuck to them like you used to be. Because that 10 of Swords is like hard to pin down. So some of y'all, they feel like you're not being pinned down by them anymore. You're not obsessed anymore. There's somebody who's obsessed now. So maybe, I don't know. Square can be power struggles. So maybe that's what it is. Like there's somebody who wants to resolve that or relieve the issues, relieve the tension, relieve the problems, talk things out. And sometimes it don't even really be a big problem. Sometimes it could be like, well, who's supposed to reach out? Like I haven't heard from you. So who's supposed to reach out? So they may just take a risk to just kind of reach out. You know what I mean? That could just be it. They just want to pick up the conversation where it's at. It don't got to be that drastic, but it's somebody who's obsessing about like what action they should take and if it would be worth the risk. You know what I mean? So it's somebody who's weighing the pros and cons about, would this be worth the risk? Would this conversation be worth having? And that's why they're going to be wanting to fill you out. So it's somebody who wants to start over because we got the Judgment in reverse. So if somebody wants to start over, somebody who wants to forgive and forget and start over with a clean slate between the both of y'all. So it's gonna be somebody you guys have repeated falling outs or repeated endings or repeatedly keep going over the same shit. The same shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even a bad thing. Sometimes the repeated issue could be like we don't talk. Like say you see somebody at your job, somebody at your grocery store, at your corner store, at your neighborhood, that you'll never break the ice. This is an opportunity to break the ice. That's what's coming. Somebody's gonna break the ice between y'all just randomly. And they're gonna put themselves on a pedestal and try to talk to you. All right, they're gonna hype themselves up to talk to you or hype themselves up to take action on you and like try to look for signs of either attraction or try to look for signs that they're having influence or having some type of impact over you. So like the words that they're saying or the things that they're bringing up or the things that they're saying, they're hoping that it has some type of impact on you. They're hoping that it affects you. So if it's a past person, they're hoping that the conversation goes well. They're hoping that like they can feel confident about like asserting themselves again, how they used to. Because it's maybe somebody who's used to you, maybe depending on them for validation or depending on them for your security. So it could be a Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. All right. So somebody who may not took the action in the past in the way they felt they should have, I think that could be it too. Let's give me that pattern. Somebody who feels like they didn't take action when they felt called to, like they may have felt like they missed out on it. You know what I mean? Like now you're just kind of like doing whatever you want to do, or you're like long gone. For some of y'all, they feel like you're long gone, or you easily just up and leave. So that might be it too. Somebody's wanting to talk it out now. So we're gonna see. So communication you're getting with the Judgment reverse. It's maybe somebody feels like damage has been done between y'all. With the Nine of Pentacles, they may feel like the damage has been done between y'all, but they're worried about wasting time anyway. If they were to like take a risk or take a leap towards you. So I guess they're gonna try to like fill it out first with the conversation, and just see where you are with it. That's what it's all about. Like, let me just see how you are. And then try to read in between the lines. You know what I mean? Because it's the Judgment in reverse. So it's like I want to take action, but like if it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to do anything, then like I ain't finna do shit. I ain't finna get involved. You know what I mean? This would be reckless, or this would be foolish of me to like get myself involved. So the conversation is that. That's what they're filling out to kind of see if it's even worth it. If it's worth still like taking a risk with you. If it's still worth trying to reach out or talk to you, or you know what I mean? So. So most of y'all, somebody who wants your forgiveness. All right. So yeah, some of y'all there may be like a random ass trip that gets taken, or some type of random ass action that they're just going to take to try to empower themselves or try to like tempt you. I think that's what's about to happen. They're about to try to tempt you, but through the conversation. So if they don't take the action, the conversation that they're having is trying to like get you to take action so that they can still feel empowered or still feel in control. You know what I mean? So like if this was like an ending, this is somebody who may want you to end the connection. Like they want you to have the final say so, like, nah, this is over. I'm not doing this anymore. They want you to be the one to say it. And if it's like the other way around, then they would want you to be the one to like resuscitate it. They don't want to seem like they're the one too pressed about it or too interested in it. So that's what it is. Like the feeling of it, of the conversation is to kind of see how you feel about it. Like, do you want to proceed with this? Do you want to go with it? So they kind of come off as like not really bothered or detached. Like, I don't really care if this ends or don't end, but I kind of feel like they don't want it to end. If I'm really being honest with the Ten of Swords and reverse, like I don't really want it to come to an end. I kind of want to like keep it going. Repeat the Saturn. So repeat the cycle, which is a Saturnian energy with the Ten of Swords. So repeat the cycle between y'all is what they would like to do, and maybe come to some type of compromise or like some type of like, I don't know, some type of deal between y'all. You know what I mean? Like, don't be so harsh on me. Like, I won't be so harsh on you. We could be a little bit more carefree in the connection, or I can release some of my judgments on you, or something like that. They could be afraid of like how they're being judged by you or how they're being perceived by you now. That's what it is. They're worried about how they're being perceived by you now, or how they're being perceived by others because of maybe how they betrayed you or how they let you down, or their lack of judgment, or their lack of like taking action in some way. So I think you're intimidating people at this time. That's what you guys need to know. You're intimidating people. So like the conflicts, the power struggles you have is intimidation. You know what I mean? So like if they're trying to disempower you, if they're over talking you, if they're making you feel rushed, it's to disempower you. That's what y'all need to know. All right. So anyway, signs could be done with Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius. It's even if they stop talking to y'all too. I want to say, even if they randomly stop talking to y'all, up and leave, or up and quit, or up and like leave you like kind of like leave you up shit's creek. It's to disempower y'all. All right, so anyway, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Aries, Virgo, Libra, Taurus. All right. Yep. Dang. Some of y'all, because y'all independence or a sense of you guys not really needing them or being able to do stuff on your own or not equating them to your values. It is a passive aggressive way, but we are Capricorns. That's what we're used to. That's what we are used to. All right, so Aquarius, what's coming next? Sextile, potential relationship or a potential conversation for somebody. It could be a Virgo, Gemini, somebody who wants to talk to you guys. So maybe somebody who you guys have had a difficulty at first talking to or had trouble understanding or getting on an understanding, but then it starts to get easier. So this could also be like the way that you think, the way you perceive information, the way you learn, gather information speeds up a lot faster. You guys may find like have a propensity for either grouping things very quickly, like experiences, or like learning and picking up on stuff very quickly. Like, you know, maybe learning how to like express the information that you're learning. We got North Node here, so it is going to be a relationship coming your way. It's going to be a pleasant one too. One you guys would be pleased to have in your life. Could be with a Libra, could be with a Taurus, or just a very attractive partner. All right, like, or you guys may be dating a lot more. North Node means that you're about to run into partnerships that are like fated to be in your life. Partnerships that are very harmonious. You guys share the same values, the same inspiration, or the same like self-worth. You guys have that sense of self-worth. This is also somebody who's going to boost your self-worth. So you could just be in an energy of feeling good and feeling like you're headed to where you're going. If not, that's what's coming on to you next. All right, so it could be some deals, negotiation. People like wanting to please you, or people wanting to see you happy, or wanting to see you in a good position. Sextile means that you guys are learning a skill or talent that you didn't even know that you had, but through interactions that you have with people where maybe they inspire you, maybe they encourage you, maybe they communicate and like hype you up a lot. All those type of situations are like inspiring you to have these type of connections or these type of friends around you, all right, or these type of experiences. All right, Four of Pentacles. Some of y'all could be some money that you're about to unexpectedly acquire through a partnership. So it could be like a joint venture or a joint business. Could be with a Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Scorpio. Unexpectedly, you guys are going to be having some type of connection with this person. So for some reason, I want to say this is a fairer skinned person, and I don't have no cards that give me a skin complexion, but I want to say a fairer skinned person. All right. So there's somebody who's affectionate, sensual. The way they dress, it contours to their body, or it's just like tailored to their body. So they may wear tailored suits or clothes that are like form fitting, or they just dress very nicely. Yeah, we got the world here. So somebody has a very attractive body, possibly popular online, or possibly somebody who's just very attractive in your environment, or somebody who's very successful, known for a lot of accolades, feats already. You guys are connecting with people like that. These could become your friends. These could become your romantic partners. These could become patrons or people that you. I just feel like you're gonna be getting a lot of attention from these type of people. We got the World and we got the Queen of Wands, and then we got Ten of Cups. You're definitely gonna be in a relationship with either very attractive people, or very successful people, or even like, and not have to do a lot. Not even have to do a lot. We got Ten of Wands in reverse, so you don't even have to overexert yourself or over pursue situations shortly. Libra energy and Venus energy means that people just kind of want to give it to you. They just want to be generous with you. Some of y'all it's because of your appearance, it's because of your status, maybe because of like the exposure. Maybe you guys are becoming more visible too, and people are liking your aesthetic. That might be it too. Like people maybe like the way you dress. Maybe they like if you do content, maybe they like your thumbnail. Maybe they like your voice. Because the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, they have attractive voices. So it could be because of your voice. It could be like you draw a lot of attention. Like you're going to notice this. You're getting a lot of attention. It could be romantic in general. And people are just flirting with you. People automatically idolize y'all and see y'all as romantic potential or as relationship potential without even getting to know you. They will want to get to know you. And these people that you're meeting will be viable partners. So you're not even having to sift around a whole lot. Because these are people who would be worth the time, the energy, and you'd be proud to have them on your arm. So if it's the world, this could be like a starting over and getting to know somebody all over again, because we got the Page of Pentacles in the world. So it could be like starting to get to know somebody all over again, and sharing the experience. Unexpectedly, you guys can start rebuilding the connection, and you may not have to it may not feel as stressful as it once did. You may not feel obligated in the same way that you once did, or just maybe somebody who won't feel as obligated to giving to you as they once did. Maybe they won't feel as strained, because sometimes it can mean like they're not under financial pressure anymore, or they're not under some type of maybe work pressure. So maybe they were like Maybe they had like a busy work schedule and they had to like really like focus on that, but now they seem to have maybe more time, more leisure. Or you're about to have this shortly, more time, more leisure to like work on the things that are important to you. You know what I mean? And at the same time, these same things will be like the results that you'll get from them will be effortless. So let's say that you were trying to change a diet, effortless. Say you were trying to clean up your house, effortless. Like you all of a sudden come up with a routine or come up with a practical approach to it where it makes it way easier. And it's the same thing in your romantic life. You guys may be coming into an energy of like getting on the path where romance is way easier. You don't have to go through the same struggles that you once did, because the Ten of Wands is in reverse. So for me, this is like releasing stress, the burden. Like you're putting it down. I don't have to like be pressed as much as I used to be. And it's the same thing with making money. You don't have to be like worried or struggling like you used to. Like there are opportunities that are being presented because the world's here. A lot of opportunities are going to be presented for y'all to get your happiness or get your success. You're going to see some type of results from the work that you put in. So this could be like maybe you're picking up momentum, more momentum, but it's like effortless. So you're not having to do too much to get the momentum built up. You're not having to do too much to be likable. You're not having to do too much to be invited into situations. You're learning that you have this ability, like this natural talent for it. Like, so like maybe it's like perfect timing, just kind of knowing where to be at. Like you just have to work a little bit and at the right time, you just slide through the close of the door. So it's like you just had to do something and then at the right time, boom, bow. So it's almost like, because the tower's here. So some of y'all just may unexpectedly just go viral or unexpectedly just have this more exposure to like better experiences out of nowhere. Like you didn't do anything super special, like nothing way more strenuous than what you normally do. In fact, it was like you took less time, like maybe you took more time off. Maybe you guys are taking more time off. You know what I mean? This could be like more resting. And because like, you know, with weight training, that's important. So it could be the same thing with life where you're like, you're taking the path of least resistance. That's the North Node. And the actual challenging part of the North Node is like not going back to your South Node or not going back to what you've been doing and not doing what you've been doing. You know what I mean? So whatever you were doing in the past that wasn't producing the results that you're about to get now, don't do that no more. So maybe you might not remember, but like whatever it is, you're about to see some results for maybe not pushing as hard, not being as pressed. You know what I mean? Not feeling like you need to overwork yourself or overprove yourself in situations, whether it be romantic, whether it be career, like not feeling like you need to carry the responsibility or the burden of relationships or in anything. Not feeling like you need to be a scapegoat to people. You guys are getting out of that energy. And people are going to find you a lot more appealing and want to please you. So it's a different dynamic that's about to happen for y'all, where you'll be getting more so what you want, what makes you happy. But you guys are generous people, so you guys will be sharing this with other people, I'm quite sure of. So, all right, it's like it's a success or achievement that you can share with others, is what I'm saying. Some type of success or achievement that you can share with others, whether it comes to a negotiation, a contract, a deal, a lawsuit, a settlement, a partnership, a marriage. Even if you're marrying somebody, you're marrying somebody who's very successful and who doesn't mind sharing with you, doesn't mind seeing the quality of your life getting better. So like you're learning that you can like attract these type of situations into your life. All right. So anyway, let me get signs. Could be a Libra, could be a Libra Taurus, could be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Sag, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. So, yup. Who is that? Shavonda. What's up, Shavonda? What's up, horsey? Eat, y'all. I ain't eat since 9 o'clock yesterday. I'm tripping. 9 o'clock last night. I'm tripping. I need to eat something. It's almost 2 o'clock. I usually eat around 11. That's what went wrong. I started this live at 11:30. I didn't feel like cooking before going live. So that's what did it. I'm like, something wrong. Not wrong, but like something like I feel hungry. You know what I mean? I got a lot of shit done though. So I guess that's what happens when you fast. I mean, that is what happens when you fast. So anyway, Pisces, what's going your way? I guess it could be sudden realizations because that's what happened to me just now. We got Earth. All right. So it's really like the world opening up to y'all. New beginnings. All right. Getting reorientated with your environment or getting reorientated with yourself, getting to know people all over again. Sometimes it's like you're starting over. All right. All right. Starting over. Some of y'all are starting over with materials. So maybe you're like getting rid of stuff. All right. We got Saturn here. So you guys are keeping only what matters to you or only dealing with things that like align with where you are or who you are at this point, like who you've evolved to. So people are having to like step it up to you or having to like get reacquainted to you shortly. Could be dealing with Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, gives a vibe of people having to get to know you again, or having to get to know an environment again, or having to like start over again, or like, but being able to build this time with like more productivity or with more efficiency. So that's what it is. This could also be like you guys are building a structure or building a foundation shortly. So some of y'all could be with could be a house that you guys are getting. So maybe some of you are getting a home or something like that. We got partnership coming. So we got Juno. So some of y'all, there's going to be a reconciliation or getting to know somebody, getting reorientated with the people in your environment or something like that. This could be somebody who's very stubborn, very possessive, maybe kind of difficult to deal with too. But I guess you guys will be like getting to know each other. I don't know why, but maybe some of y'all, North Node, they just feel like you guys are fated or meant to be in each other's life. Third house, they're comfortable with you. They're used to you being around. They're used to talking to you. Or they're used to, we got Cancer energy. They're used to talking to you. They're used to being around you. Cancer is nostalgia. So it's somebody who's used to like see you as a comfort zone. You guys may be asserting boundaries with them or being a lot more clear about like where you intend to have the connection going. It's going to be a straightforward conversation that's coming. It's going to be lovingly expressed though. It's going to be a lovingly expressed conversation. So it's maybe like, I don't know, it's like inserting themselves in a pleasant way, but in a mature way. So it's going to be a conversation where this person is finally speaking up and being honest with you or being direct with you or really expressing how they feel, surely. So Gemini, Cancer, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, one of these signs, all right? What else? What else did I do? Did I do that one? I did do that. I did that one. I did do that. I did that one. I did do that. All right, whatever. I guess we'll just keep going with Oracle now. Also, because we got Taurus here, the connoisseur, this could be you guys getting some money from buying something that you really want, something that you really feel like you deserve because of your hard work paying off. All right, or doing something, indulging in a life's pleasure or a pleasurable experience because of your hard work paying off. So you really get to immerse yourself in something because of your dedication or because of your persistence, your ambitiousness. So some of y'all about to see some money shortly, or get communication about some money shortly. But this is money that's meant to come to y'all. It says they haven't changed. They haven't changed. Don't turn a blind eye to their actions. Their words do not align. So there's maybe somebody who's trying to make up with y'all. That's why I said you may have to set boundaries or be clear about where you expect or intend the connection to go. Because there's maybe somebody who likes to like immerse into relationships where it can become codependent and you lose how you feel, or you lose your sense of self. You guys being a Piscean, then that's possible for you guys. And that sometimes could be from somebody who usually hangs around a lot or wants to always be around you. Some of y'all is for security, for stability, for a relationship. It says they're sorry they didn't reach out or hit you up sooner. They're worried they missed the opportunity to rock with you. So it is somebody who you're going to have to be clear about. Like I said, they're trying to get to know you again. So they may be more worried that you don't want the relationship anymore or that you don't want the connection between them. So they may be trying to like nurture the connection to try to heal the integrity or heal their image with you again. Same vibe. Same vibe. All right. So it's now maybe some of y'all, somebody who you guys couldn't talk to or couldn't get communication from. Because I'm getting Saturn. Saturn gives like a blockage or an obstacle or a difficulty or it's complex. Like one day they talk, one day they don't. One day they're honest, one day they're not. One day they're direct, one day they're not. So it may be that. There could be a talk that's happening with the Gemini energy. It's an exchanging of like words that would be had. But it's like I said, it's meant to be loving and it's meant to be honest or integral. So it's maybe somebody who wants to still kind of pick up where the connection was before. They really want to be able to assert themselves over you with the charity inverses. Maybe somebody who you once had a connection with on a deeper level, but they still want to kind of like be able to like treat it like they were once old, like you guys never fell off. They want to treat it like you guys never fell off, like it never ended. You know what I mean? So like, even though I got to get to know you again, we got to start brand new or start fresh again, or start from square one. I'm still going to try. I still want to kind of act like it's not square one. You get what I'm saying? So you got to be clear with this person, because like when you get this person get too close, they get too comfortable, and that's what you got to express. You know what I mean? Or this is somebody who's an enabler at times where like you can't stay motivated, you can't stay on track. So that might be what you need to pay attention to. This may be somebody who interferes with what you have going on, or slows down your progress, your momentum, because they're always around you or wanting to spend time, or they want to take lead or take charge. Because sometimes it can be somebody who thinks that they're a boss. With the Taurus and the Capricorn, with the Taurus and the Chariot reverse and the High Priestess, like there's sometimes be somebody who like wants you to sometimes to fall into societal views or certain ways that they think would like appear to other people. Like this may be somebody who cares about how the connection, how the relationship, how their image would appear to others. So like they want to be around y'all, but like that could be also like a hindrance or like slow down the momentum because they care about how they're being viewed. Like maybe you want to just start off as friends. Sometimes you just want to be just sexual. Sometimes you just want to be on a high and by from time to time. Sometimes you just want it to be a certain way, and they want it to be a certain way, but they can't let it go because you may be the most emotionally fulfilling partnership they have, or you may be somebody who they feel like can increase the quality of life by being around you a lot more. So I guess they're going to be coming soon to try to compromise or try to talk it out. But really, this is somebody who's just trying to keep you stuck on them with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the High Priestess. Like, you may be unattainable, hard to pin down, or hard to interpret. Like, not a lot of people get the opportunity of expressing or being around you or being close to you in that light. So this is somebody who likes, like, when they get with partners, they kind of like shack up, or they get really like emotionally like dependent or really emotionally enthralled within their partners. So this is somebody who probably won't want you guys to move on, but also may not give you all exclusivity, or may not, I don't know, it may be taboo in some way. Like, something about the connection may not have exclusivity to it. That's what I want to say. Like, it may be something that like lingers a little bit, or something that, like, I don't know, it may be just good for the moment. Some of y'all may just be good for the moment. Like, Eight of Cups is here. They feel like there's unfinished business between y'all. But it's somebody who can sometimes emotionally withdraw because they don't know how to build intimacy, or they don't know how to like connect on a deeper level, on an unconditional level. So that might be it. You may be having more superficial connections shortly, where you have to really, I think it's because people are putting you on a pedestal. Some of y'all it's because of status, or it's because of, like, I don't know, let's say they haven't changed. So it could be because of status, because of the Chariot, because of a change of status. Maybe they don't have as much status, or maybe because you have more status now. So maybe they don't have, like, and you don't have to necessarily have more status. It could just be that they don't have as much status as they once did, and you may be on the come up, on the rise. So that might be it too. Where now they would like to, like, you know, maybe be around, be friendly, be social. They could have been part of your community the whole time, but it was just the issue hearing from this person or talking to this person. Because the Chariot reverse could be somebody who lacks humility. So at one time, this was maybe somebody who felt like they were out of your league. Now you may be now out of their league. Like, you could have, you know, surpassed them in some way, or maybe gained your confidence, no longer needed them for that. So it's like you asserting a boundary or creating some type of blockage is going to be, I don't know, pivotal in this connection in some way. It says opportunity will be knocking to explore your creativity and instincts. Don't deny your change. So people are going to probably need y'all shortly, or want to do business with y'all. People who maybe didn't reply with you before, people who weren't like reaching out with you or keeping in constant communication with you before, people who fell off, like, you know, at one point, like maybe at one time they were acknowledging you in a certain light, holding you in higher regard or high revere, and then they just kind of like weren't. You didn't hear from them much. You're going to hear from them again. And it's probably because they feel like they can use you now. You know, the Tower in reverse, like, it's kind of like some of y'all, maybe because of their reputation isn't that great. So some of y'all, there's a feeling of wanting to damage your reputation, and then others of y'all is because their reputation isn't that great. And when I say damage your reputation, it's really just wanting to be around you so that they can interfere and kind of like springboard off of you. So just be aware of that. All right, so it could be a Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio. All right, so yeah. You guys may be having a lot more self-discipline too. I want to tell y'all that. A lot more self-discipline out of nowhere. Being able to hold back, being able to constrict yourself from stuff, or, you know what I mean, not overindulge in shit. That might be also part of like why you're able to get what you want shortly. All right, so anyway, y'all, thank y'all for the support. Thanks for being here. Ooh, that was 2 hours. I'm going to call this number back and see who this number was. I'm going to be so mad if it was a scammer or one of those robot calls and shit like that. Like, why the fuck would y'all keep calling me back to back? But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. If I'm feeling up to it, later I may do a pick a card on my other channel. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, y'all, thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the pieces of candy. I'm gone.